Fable, take it away. So, gather around the table, and let me tell you all a Voden fable. To gather around for the tale of these band of misfits, the tale of the corruption within, and that of the everlasting frost. For this be the infamous tale of the Frostmaiden. But that, previously, our heroes were found in the midst of the arena of the gods. Their bodies would be brought to their absolute limit as they'd face off against their greatest challenge yet, the likes of the Death Harbinger. However, to claim their knowledge, they'd seek it and strengthen knowledge from Ymir, the god of knowledge. However, when faced with such power at their disposal, they'd second-guess themselves, figuring out what their goals were, what they were seeking, and they all eventually agreed in one question: how to stop the corruption, this ongoing plague. Upon asking Pyre, our Fire Genasi wizard would be embedded with such knowledge. However, his mind could not simply fathom its power, and Krufix, the god of horizons, would seek to destroy him, as the knowledge revealed it wasn't its time yet. However, when faced with Krufix, he was met with his counterpart of Ymir and two gods of knowledge, two reflections of themselves. Ymir would reason with Krufix, allowing Pyre to instead be reincarnated to cash in a simple favor for one time and one time only. And with this new knowledge, he'd not suffer cosmic death, but he would return to the arena of the gods forever changed, no longer made of fire, but instead a coursing astral light. Survivors, listen now. With you understanding the steps needed to be taken in order to stop the corruption, what will you do with this knowledge in Session 10 of Rime of the Frostmaiden? That being said, let's gather forth and join ourselves in the arena of the gods. Alright, that said, let's switch over to the arenas, and I'm going to explain exactly what you see off to the side. Oh, goodness. Alright. Yeah, here we go. I'll explain everything in just a minute. I'll explain a lot in a minute. Alright. Here we go with this, and wait, why did the music all get flipped around here? That is so strange. Arena ambience. That is fine. We're gonna just use this. Also, Kairos, you've received an inspiration point. However, you already have one from earlier, so it does not go through, sadly.
Does it get upgraded?
It does not.
Oh.
Should I be seeing...
Actually, you know what? I'll tell you what. I'll make that a homebrew thing, or we can work that so then it doesn't feel as bad. Yeah, we can say it upgrades now for inspiration dice, so it doesn't just go completely to waste and we have to refund it. Okie dokie. So you now have a D8.
Thank you.
Alrighty. So where we left off. Oh God, here we go. So as you guys begin to return, you just see a brief flash go across all around you. Everything amongst the arena begins to sort of course with this green, purple, and bluish astral light. And you look over and you see sort of standing before you on their hands and knees, sort of heaving, trying to breathe. You see an individual that looks like Pyre. Like, at least facial structure-wise, but definitely not coloring-wise. And their skin, just even their entire bits of clothing and more, as it's just sort of almost coursing amongst them. Similar to the creatures that you saw in the taiga, with all this sort of bits of corruption as well. Anth, were you trying to say something real quick?
I don't see any of our tokens in it.
Oh, do you not? Okay, I gotcha. Here, I'm gonna try this route, so I don't have to... screw it, I can just do the lazy way. 2 seconds. Don't move your tokens, hold up. Oop. Okay, and then we're gonna... Alright, we're gonna drag them. How about now?
Yeah, no, I can see.
Okay, dope. Boom, and I think everybody should be good. Alright, there we go. So, as you are sort of witnessing this, you guys look over as Mimir's eye is sort of shining this bright purple and greenish sort of light. And as they look down upon you, you see a sort of shift, a tear in reality beside. And you look over to your right and you see the likes of those other individuals in Zephyr, Spike, Ingot, Amethyst, Myra, and Navro. They seem to be talking to another Mimir, another visage of them. And as this is happening, you look over towards the likes of Navro, a gray-skinned individual, and you see as his entire form at this point is slowly freezing over with this crystal ice of ever-changing colors. Bits of your memories of them are starting to slowly get hazy, and you're almost even struggling to remember who they were for a brief moment. And then time stops for a brief moment in time. And you look towards the small sort of fire salamander who begins to just sort of rush out towards them. And you see another strange astral figure forming, angelic in nature with wings, before all of them begin to vanish. Oh gosh.
What the fuck have they done?
Oh man. Roswarl and Karos, or Bimroth and Sammy, you know exactly what is going on over there. In the sense of, you know what is happening to Navro. Oh boy. And then we get into this part. Hi Karos, how's it going? Oh man. Hey, Karos, make the... Oh, hey, buddy. Hey, make the highest saving throw you've got.
What the fuck do I come back to?
Here we go.
What the fuck do I come back to?
Alright, what's that total? 16.
You know what?
Are you gonna add anything?
I'm gonna add that D8.
Oh boy, okay. Oh no! Here we go again. Alright, 22. Is that the, or 20, yeah, 22. Is that the final roll?
Yes.
Okay. Ah, man. Alright, Karos. As this begins to happen, we have so many different things to talk about. One moment, I need to make sure that, oh god. Alright, I gotta make sure of a couple things. And hopefully this works. I'm going to test it out on this map so you guys can't see. Does it work? It does, okay. Alright, dope. Alright. As this is sort of happening, Karas, you begin to feel as memories begin to slowly pour and flood into your mind, almost rapidly, sort of almost taking over the likes of your body for a brief moment. You look, Lika and Anthan Groswar, you look over behind and you see as, oops, someone's mic is farting. Oh, I guess we're good now. That was weird. But you look over to Karas and you see as several dozen individuals begin to slowly form behind him, all in this sort of astral shape, different shapes and sizes, but the same sort of coloring, almost similar, almost identical to Pyre's right now. And as that happens, though there's several of them, one in particular begins to walk forward and step. The individual, you're not able to make different, like, or specific sort of identifications in their facial structure and really much of their form. But those of you with a divine presence, you definitely sense a almost familiar feeling whenever you converse with the likes of your god, or even are in the presence of them. As they step forward, you see, as at least amongst their back, there is just these sort of jagged, sort of almost spikes or bones or something sort of protruding out of their back and more. Boy. Graythros, I have a question for you.
Yes.
For the longest of time, and I've mentioned this to the others, though you have been sort of roaming about, you have sensed that Zevran has pretty much gone silent for, well, several suns, dozens even, since the last time you have spoken to really any of the likes of the others. For the first time, you sense that his presence has been made in the likes of an area near Mount Celestia. The choice is yours. You can reside where you are, and we've already talked about where you are at the moment, or you can choose to investigate. You do sense that another individual, kind of one layer above you, seems to be making their way in a brief blue flash towards this this mark. The choice is yours. What would you want to do?
Of course, gonna investigate it.
All right, son of a bitch. Okay. All right, I'm gonna need to take over Graythros by the when that happens, because you're gonna be gone.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
I mean, it's great for us. He would investigate anything, you know?
Ah, son of a bitch. Okay. All right. Okay, I thought so. All right, well, we'll get to that in a moment. As they begin, well, later. As that happens, Karas, you begin to just sort of feel the strange presence begin to sort of leave you, and then almost join back with you, as all the figures begin to merge into one singular form, into you, Karas, the current spirit, the current echo. That said, to recap a lot of things that just happened. So, you look over towards Pyre, everybody, and you see as they are on the ground, they are no longer fire genasi, they're just coated in this sort of astral light and more. You look over towards Karas, and you just saw as several, I don't know why I keep flipping you guys upside down, but you see as several sort of astral figures behind him begin to emerge, and one with these sort of jagged spikes and bones protruding out of their backs, were sort of walking towards these group of individuals, which you all saw, Navarro, or the likes of this almost fading figure from your memory, freezing over in an astral light, surrounded by the likes of the Ascent. Now, those three things are known to you all. What would you all like to do, and what do you all say to one another?
Moomer. Mr. Moomer.
Oh, I have one more question. When the echoes were still there, would they have recognized in any way the shape of Thorin?
One second. Where are you? Graythros would have. But that's pretty much it. Alright. And I guess, Karas would also because, well, actually, I don't think you... No, I don't think you were... No, you were. You were. Yeah, you were. You were there when you saw the vision, so Karas would as well.
Yeah. Okay.
So, Lika, you're looking towards Pyre, and then you're going to talk to Mimir?
Yep. And she's gonna look at Big Talking Head and then say, um, okay. Oh. She's gonna walk right over to Pyre because he seems to be the most hurt, and look down at him and quickly assess his status and be like, "Is there a way to heal that?"
Alright.
Does Mimir say anything?
Mimir is he looking towards him. He's looking a little preoccupied right now. But if you were to, no one really asked him anything. Lika just called Mimir out and then just walked towards Pyre anyways, and then went to talk to him instead.
Pyre probably responds. If Mimir doesn't, goes, I don't think so. As he's just wiped out.
All right.
You doing okay, friend? You have the short sword with you?
He kind of like pats and starts like he finds the short sword on his side. Goes, I did. It was not going to help me in that situation. And he just he's kind of a little stares off a little bit, still in shock of what happened to him.
Very hesitantly, with just like the two fingers of her thing, she's going to reach out to Pyre's and on the back of the head, not on the mark. And just like with two fingers, like two little paws, she'll just tap the hand and be like, I'm glad you're okay and you're with us. That's all really that matters. Sorry we set you out alone.
For the first time, you kind of see, since this is not like super well lit, you kind of see Pyre like draining a little bit to see in the dimly lit area.
Oh man.
Like dimming, like so if someone touches you, dimming, like this is bad dimming or is
No,
this good
like
dimming?
the arena is like dimly lit, so where he was able to navigate before easily, now he's kind of like struggling a little bit to see too far past people, too far past.
Oh shit. Okay. How many fingers am I holding?
It looks up 2.
Okay. He's going to go as far back as Karas, and she looks at him like, okay.
I don't know. I don't know
How
what
many
just happened.
fingers am I holding up here?
How dark is it in this area, Sensei?
Well, it is. Let's look. Let's consult the calendar. A moment, please. It is. It is dark as hell because it is nighttime. But I mean,
Okay.
it's granted you guys aren't having to really rely on dark vision or anything like that because from the sheer amount of just light sources from the statues of the gods and also the giant braziers around, yeah, you're fine.
Okay, you would look and see how many fingers you're holding up or the correct number, but still probably squinting a little bit.
I suppose we are seeing this effect on Mimir, and
Yes, it is quite something.
yeah, okay, and we're just Mimir, what exactly is going on, and what are you doing?
Here's the thing. You're talking to a visage of me right now. The other chuckle fucks on the round, they're kind of in a little bit of something at the moment. It's not good, I can tell you that much.
Yeah, that seems to be something that happens around this arena. Anyway,
Yeah.
can you go into any detail, or is it too dangerous, as you say?
Let's just say they asked a question they shouldn't have fucking asked.
Oh,
And they
that
weren't
also
prepared
seems to
to-
be happening around here.
And they weren't prepared to sort of take the information. Thing is, I was able to sort of protect you and make a deal with Crewfix to prevent you from suffering the same death as the first, but I only could do that once, couldn't do it a second time. So now, so now other individuals are getting involved, and that's all I can say about that.
I guess it's good to be first.
Sorry.
Okay.
Why was that shadowy figure from behind me walking?
I can at least tell you that. That's one of your echoes. You're connected to one of them, or connected to all of them in some way, shape, or form. That's just... You're one of them.
But the rest was standing still.
Means to be that that one's sort of active, doing something then. The others probably not so much. Or maybe they're just sort of doing their own thing.
I see.
That said, I don't... Oh, God. Right now, they're sort of locked in a bit of a time stasis at the moment. It's the most that I could really do before, well, things got any worse. So, that said... Oh, good lords. This is something.
Mr.
You can do it.
Just call you Mr. Can I just call you Mr. Memer? Like,
No, absolutely not. Names are important. You're gonna call me Mimir, or you're not gonna call me anything at all.
Mr. Memer.
Do we really have to sort of go through this whole thing again? I don't think I'm ever...
I told you, I warned you.
Do I have to imbue the knowledge of my name into your head?
Probably would be.
Would help?
Probably so. But also at the same time, I kind of want you to learn it on your own.
He's going to look at you, give up a moment, like the little droop in a moment, and she'll look over at Karth. Oh, Mr. K, are you like him? And she's gonna point over towards Pyre. Then
I don't think
look
so.
at both of you. Okay, so we're all safe right now. This is good. This is a starting point. She just kind of goes up and goes all the way over there and just leans on her hind leg like, I don't know. Well, we go back to the taiga? How do we get out of here? I don't want to be here anymore. This was no fun ball. This was fucking madness. That's what this was. And she actually swears.
Aurora looks down and was like about to put her, like, pat her on her head, and then she goes, "It was fucking madness."
And looks shocked hearing these words from like.
It's just... I will say one thing. Before you go, you gotta claim your reward and whatnot. You ask the questions and all that stuff, but if you want to receive your boons from your gods, or if you do have any, you may want to go send a prayer towards them before you leave.
Pyre doesn't follow a god, does he?
Yeah, about that. Well, more on that later.
Would he know after what's happened to him whether or not he should be talking to one at this?
So I'll leave this up to you on what you want to do. But Pyre, you saw the likes of Mimir, and you also saw the likes of Krufix. Now, when you were, like, I'm gonna explain this out of game a little bit. When you were suffering cosmic death, or getting ready to suffer cosmic death, Mimir was able to essentially stop it for a brief moment, because he is a god. And Krufix instead, took basically bits of your soul and bits of the fibers of your being, of you being a fire genasi and more, and corrupted it before your very eyes, gaining bits of
Okay.
more and more strength from it. Now,
Okay.
if you want to go talk to any of those individuals and send a prayer their way, that is up to you entirely. And like try to figure out what the heck is going on, why they did that. I mean, that's completely up to you. Or you can say, fuck that, not dealing with that anymore, and go the other way. But choice is yours.
He's just gonna stay. Well,
You can think about it if you want. All right. That said, Anth, what are you doing at this moment?
Oh, yeah. Well, aim just go first.
Oh,
Or
okay.
okay, never mind. Is there a statue for Phoenix in this arena?
Yes, I was getting confused, so let me find. I believe it is this one over here. Oh, hold on, let me ping you. Boop. I believe it's that one.
Okay.
All right,
Well
that
said.
said.
Just and would be around here and just start wondering about the whole thing about Mimir saying that he's unsure about who the keeper's actual identity is. So he's feeling a bit unsure if he's going to get any kind of answer for usual ways of contacting any gods. So suppose he would just be here and old friend, haven't been hearing a lot from you lately. I suppose it could also have something to do with a little bit of a dead time I had after I got onto the ship to get the tiger. But please get in touch. I miss you. And he's going to just walk back to the others.
Well, real quick, before you do that, make a persuasion check
Alright.
for your faith check.
Okay.
You as a pious, you have advantage every single time, no matter what.
Oh yeah. Oh,
24? Yeah, you fucking destroyed that DC. All right. As you begin to say this, you look over, and as the shadows begin to form, you look as several. Actually, no, that couldn't happen. But you see as just more and more shadows begin to slowly begin to make a shape, and that shape begins to actually materialize into this individual as they begin to walk around the corner and sort of greet you, tipping their hats. They kind of
I
lean
figured.
on the statue at the moment, just sort of waiting for a response or your request.
I had a feeling that you were hiding in this form as the first time I met you in this form. It had a familiar feeling, but
Oh,
I was
fuck.
no.
I just thought of something. Well, it hasn't happened yet, so I think we're good.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good. Okay, never mind. Oh, thank God.
Damn.
Oh, thank God. I just thought about something, but it hasn't happened, so we're good to go. Okay.
It just recently I was in a fight and I was quite close to getting to explore your path that took you to the power that you now have. But I also got interested in all the creatures and things that have passed on to the afterlife. And I wonder if you could have any kind of a tool for me to enhance this connection to all the spirits. And he would be for this asking some yeah, I suppose it's spellcasting focus now. That's a skull or a candle or crystal ball for the Tales from Beyond, College of Spirits, casting and all that.
That being said, you see as the individual. Oh goodness. What should I probably do? I probably do that. This. You're just asking for this. Okay. You'll see as the keeper will begin to just sort of take his hat and begins to just sort of rumble through and just begin to sort of pick and just sort of place things out haphazardly. And as it happens, you see as, oh boy, several tools begin to lay out for you, each having a trinket or a sort of symbol of, well, his grace and that of deception, the symbol of Phoenix. As they're spread out, it seems to be that you have the likes in front of you, a sort of crystal ball, and at the sort of kind of place at it without it being activated seems to be the holy symbol of Phoenix. You also look over to the likes of a set of, hold on, make sure I got all this right, a set of bones and whatnot. Again, with the carvings of every single thing will have a carving of the symbol of Phoenix onto it. But you also see even the likes of a set of tarot cards. And finally, last but not least, it seems to be the likes of a skull. And again, it kind of just begins to sort of reside there. And the skull itself, it kind of has like jewels where the eye sockets would be. You'll see as the keeper just begins to motion forth, asking you to pretty much take your pick.
And would pick the skull and just say that, I believe I could have some fun with this one.
Oh, goodness. And now we go into this question. Hey, Anth, do you want us to have a voice?
Sure, if you want to, that would be.
Alright, what voice you want it to be?
I think that would be good. Huh?
I can try my best and I'll workshop it eventually, but what kind of voice you want? Or you want me to just come up with something?
I would give you full creative freedom on this one because it would be more fun if I don't know right away.
Alright, you want a serious voice or you want a meme voice?
Really don't matter.
I think it does. Hold on 1 second. So I think it does matter a little bit. I don't think you want me to do No Heart's voice or whatever for the skull. Sary's just like, oh my god.
You absolutely should. It's amazing. It's truly amazing.
I mean, to me, like if it matters to you, do what you feel like. To me, I'm all for fucking 12 different voices for all the different tales from the beyond. From
I got an idea. I know how I'm gonna do this. All right. I know exactly how I'm gonna do this. They'll have all the voices,
Okay.
but they'll choose whichever one they feel like. All right. So I don't have a token for them, obviously, but I'll get one eventually for it. I'll see if I can get Finn to draw one for me. But here is what I'm so sorry, everybody. You see as the keeper, or as you pick up the skull, you look over as its sort of jeweled eyes begin to just sort of light for a brief moment. And I shit you not, it just sort of says, "Ready for your service."
Oh, I'm sure we'll get along quite well.
I'm sure we will.
But please, at least for now, try to stay fairly quiet. And he just puts the skull like underneath the coat to keep it at least somewhat hidden from everyone else for now.
Okie dokie. There you go. You have a skull as a spellcasting focus. Oh my god. Alright, the keeper will just sort of look at you and sort of tip his head and just sort of lean amongst
And would do the
statue.
same in return.
And as he just sort of sits there, he's just like, sort of motions, "Is there anything else you need from me?"
I'm sure we'll meet again, so I'll think of something for the next time. For now, I'm quite pleased with all your gifts.
That said, he'll flip you a gold coin and then just immediately just take his hat and straight up dolphin dive into it, never to be seen again. All right, you can add 1 gold piece to your inventory, and there you go, buddy.
All right. And now Anne would just return as if nothing has happened.
You got a gold piece.
But you don't know that.
Oh man, that's all right. While that is happening over here, who is going on next? I think who is trying to do something next?
Is there a statue in this arena that reminds me of a large bear? maybe?
There is not.
Is there a couple of statues of either Karamitra or Storm God?
Make a
one with the
perception
thunder
check.
and lightning.
Make a perception check and also make a religion check real quick. Perception 10, okay. And religion 1, okay. All right. With a 10, there is, you're easily enough able to find them. For Karametra, the goddess of harvest, you see her statue over here. However, one that easily can sort of bring your attention to is Karanos, the statue of the Stormfather, as occasionally you see blips of the likes of Zephyr and Navro and all of the other individuals of the Ascent kind of phasing in and out of reality over here. But yeah. So choice is yours on which one you want to go to. The one that's not shit's happening over, or the one where shit's happening over.
She's going to first. There's two things she would like to try and do. First, she's going to go over where the shit's not happening.
Oh, thank God.
That's what she's going to go first. She's going to go at the base, and she's going to tap base with her two paws, just like kind of thing, making sure that like the marks aren't there. And she'll look up. She'll be like, "Hey, Grandma." Well, not really a grandma, but you kind of look. No, you're not a grandma. Listen, I just want to say thank you for everything you've done so far to look after us. I don't really worship you exactly, but you're kind of important. So I figure I would just be like, thank you for, looking after us and making sure that we get water lilies and all of that fun stuff. I'm gonna go talk to Grandpa, or not really Grandpa, but that guy over there, and hopefully if it's a little too much, it's okay. I know that I'm about to do something dumb. I'm not really smart in general, but just want to say thank you. And look after my boss over there, okay? He probably needs it. And then she's gonna go marching right over to Carano's statue, right in line there.
Hey, real quick, make
Just right
persuasion
there.
check with advantage +5. One more time. (18 + 5, 23). Okay, good to know. As this sort of happens, you do see, as you sort of are walking away, a bit of a kind of where you step, or you look back behind you and you see a path of sort of flowers sort of blooming and forming, and bits of greenery and grass. Someone
She's
was
going to
listening.
wave her tail. She's gonna wave her tail over at the statue over there, give it a bit of a wink, like, she does, and she'll go right over to Kronos' statue, tilt her
Oh,
head
boy.
over, and just wait for a second to see if she
Hold
can
on.
see her candle friend.
Let me, before you do this, I want it to be known that this entire area looks like kind of like Mimir at the moment, so I'm going to just do this for reference real quick. Don't mind me, DM here. Boop.
Nope, she just went right into that.
Don't care.
No cares.
And then against Tom, I guess.
And she's just like, well, I don't know what's happening, but she just went right up towards the statue because that's what she was going to do.
You guys all look over as Lika just walks straight into the shit. Oh man,
No
alright.
fear.
As you were, continue, Lika.
She's gonna look for any sort of sign of her candle friend.
Candle friend Myra. Gotcha. I was like, who the fuck is it? Pyra? I'm like, oh. Yeah, you do see the likes of Myra. Now, granted, one thing to know is that none of these individuals are moving at the moment. They are kind of just like frozen in place. But you are able to see them, like them sort of appearing and then disappearing and more. And you kind of stand before. Oh, here, I guess I can. Oh, did I already delete them? I did. That's fine. But as you get closer to this area, you see the likes of Navra, who is like pretty much his entire head is completely, like head to toe is completely frozen over with this astral light, similar to how you guys woke up in.
She's going to look over at the god statue because she's probably thinking, oh, the god statue is stabbing this person, whatever this person was. And then she's going to look for her candle friend Myra, and then she's going to look over to the statue again and be like, I'm a little bear in a big world. I don't know what you are doing, sir. I don't know exactly what our mission is or what our purpose is. But if you hurt my friends, I'm gonna come after you.
Keep in mind, it
father
doesn't look
or
like
not.
he doesn't look like he's stabbing him at all. It just looks like he just
Oh.
like Navra just happens to be in front of the statue.
Yeah, no, she's gonna assume it's the statue doing the work. So
Okay.
she's just gonna be like, yeah. No, she's assuming. She's a little kid. She's dumb. She's gonna look at that statue and be like, you keep hurting my friends. I don't know who you are. I don't know where you come from. I don't know what you do. I'm gonna come for you. Peace. And she's very serious about this.
I got an intimidation check. 10.
Or at least ask you the question.
Alright, nothing seems to happen at the moment. But it's still this sort of rolling mass. But you feel like he got the message. That's
Yeah.
it.
And she's gonna go through the shadows where she saw Myra and hopefully Spike. She'll be like, you two better be okay. I like those two. And then she's gonna come back out and she's like, oh, how do we get out of here? Done.
Alright, while that's all happening, we have Groswell, Karas, and Pyre. Which one of you want to go next?
Mind.
Karas then?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll walk towards Mimir. Since you're part of my god.
Something kind of like that, yeah.
You know what question I need answered. The city. How do I get there?
You remember the deal. You only got one question.
That is.
But fine. Tell you what. You make a deal for me, I can do something for you. It's gonna be hard, I'm not gonna lie to you. So that's why I leave it as a choice for you.
What is it?
You worship, well, the other one. The one that left this one this way. As I mentioned before, he's, well, gone mad. He's a dangerous individual. Yeah, you could say that for pretty much all the rest of the Pantheon and whatnot. But no. This one, something else is taking him. That said, I can at least promise you a bit of knowledge from time to time. A little bit of help, a little bit of guidance. But I can't do it if you're sort of pledging yourself to him specifically. Pledge yourself to me, or at least this iteration of me, and I can see what I can do. But choice is yours.
Seems to me like I don't really have much of a choice.
Well, you do. And maybe you'll figure it out. Maybe in different paths, depending on which one you take. But choice is yours. Alright, so
I will pledge myself to you then.
alright, so be it. If that's the case. Alright. I'm a little bit preoccupied at the moment, but I'll try to sort of hear you out and whatnot. Simply look to the stars and whatnot. The stars above. Make your prayer out to them, and we'll both hear them. Me and him, and Crewfix. Afterwards, I'll give you your boon and at least a little bit of knowledge, but that's all I can, well, really provide. Sound like a deal?
Yes.
Alright.
Thank you.
Sort of. Kind of, because remember, he can still move the head.
Yeah.
and all that stuff. So he kind of just sort of slightly nods and shifts a little bit.
Mhm.
All right. So, Karos, where are you going then?
Close to the statue of Crowfix, I guess.
For Crewfix, this one's a weird one. So we're going to say Crewfix is, this individual over here. Now granted, one thing that should be noted, now the statues aren't, accurate in the least bit, but, this statue over here would have the likes of 4 arms and a hooded individual where you cannot make any facial, like you can't make any signs of a face of them. It's nothing but just a sort of cloaked individual. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Okay. We'll go a bit further down. Look to the stars. Start making our prayer, well, to basically both of them at the time.
Easy enough. Alright.
We'll just say, I know knowledge can be dangerous, as we already have witnessed. But I know I possessed that knowledge before. And I know I need to get there.
That being said, persuasion check with advantage for me.
Yay.
You did
Fuck!
disadvantage. That's an 11. That's still
Okay.
fine. So, as you begin to say out these words, you begin to just hear the final thing. As you hear Crewfix speak to you and just say, and revealed when the time is right. As that happens, your form begins to slowly course with an astral light, but it stops itself before the prayer is heard. But that is all. That said, you...
Could you repeat that in normal voice? Because it kind of lagged for me when you turned the voice mode on.
Son of a bitch. But basically he said, it basically said, all will be revealed when the time is right.
Okay.
You already know what that means as a follower of Crewfix and more, and the significance of that saying. Alright. That said, Karas, do you make your way back to Mimir, or do you do anything else?
Just make my way back.
Alright, as you do, you join back to the likes of Mimir, and he awaits you. And eventually, as you get closer and closer towards him, he'll just say, alright, so you need to know what a city is?
Yes.
The thing is, and he hold on, I'm gonna drag your token because he's not yelling this shit out. He's keeping this.
Right.
This is for your fucking ears only, my friend, until you tell him.
Yeah.
Alright. So, he'll sort of speak to you telepathically and more and just saying, alright, so, the city you're looking for, well, the thing is, they're sort of all connected and whatnot between the 3 realms of the taiga, the expanse, and really, well, the valley. There's multiple sort of entry points and whatnot, but I guess the closest one towards you is in the taiga. You'll be able to find exactly where to get to this sort of city underneath the snow and the ice. But the thing is, you're gonna need to figure out a couple of things beforehand. Gonna need to solve a couple of things. Seek out an individual first. He's a part of the Iron Bellows tribe. His name... Hold on. He's a sort of Duergar of some sorts. Hold on, make sure I got this right. You're gonna be looking for all this, individuals going underneath the names of, the Sunblights and whatnot. Find them, find what they're making. It'll lead you eventually to the, one of the forbidden cities down below.
Right. We'll just nod at him.
Alright. Now,
So
out
it's
of game...
like telepathically.
Yeah. Out of game, you've heard of the Iron Bellows tribe of Karas. You have never heard of that before. Well, I don't know if they mentioned it or not. Does Karas know about the Iron Bellows tribe? You let me know, Bimroth. And if not, then I'll roll a D100 and we'll find out now.
I don't think so.
Okay. So, we are going to, I need you to roll a D100, and if you roll a 75 or higher, you, it is assumed that they, told you.
Okay.
26? Nah.
No.
Alright. That said, Karas, you have that information known towards you. That is that.
What was the name? Again?
You are looking for Duergars, and they are going, or one in particular is going, or you need to look for the names of Sunblight.
Sunblight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Alright. Is there anything else you'd like to do, or do we move on to the next individuals?
That's it.
Alright. Pyre and Groswar, which one's next?
Would I, coming back, sense a connection or devotion to one of these statues? Because I'm a little bewildered. Because before, Pyre wasn't following a deity. But with the interaction he had last session, he's probably just going to take a second and just kind of like breathe in and just kind of see if he can feel a connection draw him.
That said, I'll say make a perception check or a religion check, your choice.
I'd probably do religion on that one. So
7. At this point in time, looking around, it's kind of a hard sort of thing with Mimir right beside you. You kind of like try to get a sense of any divine presences that are calling towards you, and the fact that you're right beside a god is kind of getting in the way, blocking the signal a little bit. But with a 7 at the least, you do sense there are 2 potential sources, which besides Mimir, you're just not entirely sure where. You can take a little bit of time, or if you really want to just look around. It'll just take you a little bit longer to do so.
yeah, that's basically what Pyre's going to do. He's going to just take some time and figure out what. Yeah, he's upset. So he's going to take some time as I go figure out what he wants. But yeah, he's going to take some time and try to feel out before he commits or starts communing with the gods.
All right. That said, if that is the case, Groswar, what about you?
Do I see a figure in the arena that I know?
You would see something, or the closest thing similar. You look towards the statue of Nylea, which is over here, right beside Karametra. So you know 2 things. first make a religion check on top of this. $14. Okay. So, a couple things. You know that besides Nylia is obviously Karametra, and the one thing that you should know about this, if you don't already know, is Karametra is one of the patron deities of Bearkin and whatnot. They are granted, there's been a recent emergence of a new god to watch over Bearkin in their stead, but the original individuals who created them or even conceived of them was Karametra, with a little bits of help of Kuranos, the Stormfather of the sorts. But fun fact, Karametra is the reason why a lot of animal-like races actually have sentience, and the Bearkin were the first of the animal-like races to actually gain sentience, alongside the Hanu, which are basically Sun Wukong monkey folk. So, there you go. Alright. The other thing is actually with Nylia and how that sort of relates. You know that your sort of individual and whatnot, they reside underneath Nylia. With the sort of because she is, oh boy, I gotta bounce around a couple of things. She is roughly the god of seasons, or goddess of seasons, or kind of resides roughly over that domain. All right. You look over, and as you're approaching, you eventually see several statues beside her. Smaller, but around. You look over, and there seems to be two sort of masculine figures, and one sort of feminine looking figure. But the final one off to the side, or excuse me, hold on, make sure I got that right. No. 3 masculine figures, 1 feminine figure, and a 5th one that seems to be just shattered out completely. Just the statue completely broken. That said, what do you do? Do you investigate more, or do you
yes,
say?
I would like to go up to the. Well, do I, out of those 4 figures that are not broken, do I recognize any of them?
No, you do not.
Then I would like to investigate the shattered one.
All right, make an investigation check for me. And while you're doing that, Pyre, at this point, almost on cue, you are kind of looking about with the 6. All right, I'll keep that in mind. You look by over this area, and you see as you stop by the statue of Krufix, as you were able to identify from the stones and all that stuff, so you know which ones are kind of which. And just in general study, you were a very smart individual. You just know. But you see the likes of Krufix being one having a little bit of a pull, or at least giving off something. But another individual as well gives off a little bit more of a faint thing. But kind of while you're walking past Groswarl, you sort of look by and you just sense another sort of pull towards one of them. And you can that said, as you're kind of just sort of scouring around the area, choice is yours, Pyre. Which one do you go towards? Do you go towards the one that Groswarl is kind of near, and it has a little bit of a fainter sort of presence, but it's still there? Or do you go towards the one with the bigger presence that you know immediately to be Krufix?
I want to know, can I identify the one that's the weaker pull?
Boy, you can make a religion check, but it's going to be a very, very hard DC, so I need you to make it with a disadvantage, my friend.
That's fine.
17 and 19. Not even with a 17 you're able to do that.
Okay.
one thing that should be noted is, Pyre, as you're sort of walking around, now you've gotten a general idea of your surroundings of this arena. You made sure to do so, but you don't remember these statues being here the first time you came in here. They seem to be just now becoming clear to you.
Can I make note of like depiction of the gods in my notebook?
For you, it's a little bit hard, or it's a little bit hazier to see. So this is going to be some weird sort of this is going to be some weird stuff. So bear with me for a minute.
No, it's
So
okay.
Groswarl, you can see the statues. You can see pretty much the faces and everything. Like, it's kind of clearer to you. For Pyre, you don't really see much of the faces. You just see the silhouettes and the shapes of them. They're not really ringing true to your sight or even your your kind of vision. It's very, very strange.
Okay.
So you two are seeing two completely different things, but you're kind of you're kind of seeing a similar thing, and there are smaller statues beside.
Okay. Oh, sorry, I might have been muted. Yeah. I was like, wait a minute, why didn't Sensei reply to that? Stupid question. Can I like send a prayer to both, not asking for like anything, but to know like my journey is in search of knowledge, and Crewfix being the one not completely obliterating me, thanking him specifically of thank you for my new insight and knowledge, and that's all I seek, and kind of to, even though, and then the one I can't like identify, basically to be like, I seek the knowledge, and I hope that I can further that using both your guidance.
I see. Okay. Yeah, you can do
Because
that.
he's not, and the reason why is because he's not like, I'm just going to devote myself, because he's
Yeah.
more of like research and knowledge.
Yeah,
And this is all kind of like a new space to him.
100%. You can make your persuasion check with advantage, and you kind of just do that somewhat, I assume, like in the center and whatnot, or yeah, just kind of in the center, just sort of saying it out to you, both of them that would listen.
Okay.
18, 19. And with that being said, are those the final rolls for both?
I mean, I have like DM inspiration, but I don't. Would I use it? Sure. I'll use it.
Okay.
At a D4.
DM's inspiration is a reroll, not a D4. Unless you're talking about
cool.
having, or unless you have a normal inspiration die.
I think it was just an inspiration die then, because you said D4 last time.
Okay, so yeah, D4. So a 3, and which one are you adding that to? The Crewfix one or the other unknown individuals one?
Since the Crewfix is probably the stronger, I do it to the unknown.
Okay, good
because
to know.
he wants to learn about the two draws between the two
Good to know.
and what they stand for.
I will get back to that in a moment. Alrighty. So, well, that's all happening. Groswell, you would have seen Pyrosoul walk by and eventually sort of like nodding to them. Then you would have started investigating and looking into this. And you see as this sort of statue that is shattered about. Oh, goodness. You begin to feel a sort of cold touch as soon as you place your hand amongst the or the sort of shattered statue. You look over towards it, and begins to slowly freeze over with bits of snow over it. What do you do?
Out of character, she would know, would she have knowledge of the 5 gods who are supposed to be under Nihilun?
Or Nylia?
Yeah. Or to be more specific, I'm trying to figure out if she would know, okay,
Yeah.
what's the likelihood? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Hold on.
Yeah.
Here, I'll tell you what. Let's look over at your thing. Okay. This is a DC for a different thing. I need you to just roll a D100. You have to roll a or higher than a 40.
Okay, where would
Because
I
it never
do
was
that?
established. Oh, look in the bottom right and roll a. It's right above the roll button. It's
It's
there
the
you go.
2.
72. Okay, you would know. You would know them. However, I will DM them to you. Okay.
Cool.
All right. Do. All right. Okay. So. I gotta make sure to get this right. That said, while I'm DMing this to you, is there anything else Groswall is doing over here? Or is it dependent on the, what do you call it?
It's dependent on what you're sending me.
Gotcha.
Okay. No. At this point, you've already sent me all the stuff that I need to know.
Okay.
Okay. So first, she's going to kind of like, after she's gone through the shattered pieces, she's going to put them down for a minute and then like, she's going to put them down, put out a hand to indicate like, hey, I'll be right back, even though it's just a statue. She goes over to Karametra and she kind of puts her hands out to the side in an open way. She's not praying to Karametra, but giving respect. And she says, I thank you for giving us to the world. I thank you for giving me the ability to exist in the way that I do. You are not my God, but you created me, and I thank you for that. And that's all she's going to say to this statue.
Easy enough. Persuasion check with advantage. Plus, oh yeah, you're fucking bearkin. Yeah, plus 10.
Nice.
12 and a 4 plus 10. It seems to be
22.
that, it is acknowledged, but nothing else happens more than that.
That's fine. Okay, and then she goes back to the shattered statue and kind of puts her big bare hands on top of the pieces, and says, this is like, she's like actually praying this, so like closing her eyes, trying to feel some sort of connection with it, and says, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happened. But I swear to you, I vow to you, I will do everything that I can to make this right. I will do everything I can to right everything that we have fought for. And I will not let you down. I will not fail at this. And that's it.
Persuasion check with advantage plus 5. 18 plus 5. That's more than enough. As this begins to happen, you look over and you see as your hands begin to slowly frost over, the bits of the snow sort of are coalescing amongst it. It feels obviously cold, but to you it feels welcoming and kind of almost assuring. But that is that. Oh, goodness gracious. But one thing that you do sort of look over and see kind of as you're kind of looking towards this sort of statue, the pieces, the way they're sort of shattered and moved, even with your investigation, they've been tampered with. Bearkin sort of park ranger skills coming into play here, but something's been messing with this thing over here. You're not sure what, but
Is Mimir still there?
yeah, Mimir's still there.
I would like to go over and chat with him.
Oh, God of knowledge, I would like to chat. All right, well, while you're getting ready to head over there, we'll head back to the likes of Pyre. And Pyre, as this is sort of happening, as you say your prayer out to both of them, you definitely see and you look around and looking towards your hands. At this point, from what you guys have seen before in the past, whenever someone was coursing with this astral light, eventually it would fade, but it still hasn't from you. It's still here. It hasn't moved. Granted, even like bits of your clothing has it's slowly returned to its original coloring, but your skin itself, it does not change back to this sort of reddish flame of a fire genasi. It still just continues on with this astral light.
Cosmic genasi.
Something like that. But as this sort of happens, and you finish your prayer to them, you just hear, oh boy, into the thick of things we go. You just hear in the back of your skull a sort of chilling voice. Join us. You seek knowledge. Join.
Is this familiar to a certain voice that mentioned a certain word about, like, oh, I don't know, it's like 6 sessions ago?
Yes, it is.
Oh boy.
It doesn't stop right there. It doesn't stop right there. Roswell, as you're sort of walking towards the likes of Mimir and Karos, as you're sort of conversing near them, both of your marks begin to start writhing for a brief moment. Karos, yours begins to start turning this purple or shining this purple light. Roswell, is yours beginning to writhe with shadows. And as Pyre, you hear this voice, you look up towards the likes of this sort of sky and this sort of starry-filled night, and you see, oh goodness gracious. One moment, please. You guys all see this up in the sky. Oh, alright. Go to here, and I'm going to do this to simulate it. Boom. And then we're gonna use this. We're gonna use this. We're gonna do this. Oh, not necessarily what you've done.
What have we done?
It's not necessarily what you. Well, I guess so. Alright. You guys begin to just start seeing up towards the sky almost this sort of forming of this strange purple and greenish light, slowly taking more and more of it. As it begins to happen, you look up and it begins to slowly just sort of clear and clear. And up towards the sky, you kind of see an Aurora Borealis form before every single last one of you in the arena at this time hear this. Oh goodness, let me get my notes out from earlier. This was boom and this. Oh. Time's ticking, children. I hope you've prepared. 'Cause soon, your ways will be broken, and you all will join. And as... Hold on. Come on. And as this voice begins to form, and none of you have ever heard this individual before, but one in particular have heard a similar phrase before.
I would like to hear that voice. Is this same voice the same thing from that creature that we just fought in the arena?
No, it is not. Again, none of you have heard this before. None of you.
Wait 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that.
You're good. As this sort of happens and more and more of this astral light begins to form, you look over and you kind of just, or look towards the likes of the Ascent, and for a brief moment they begin to just sort of look up, and then eventually, this is the first time their form has actually changed, and then begin to sort of look back in this sort of same motion and shape that they were in before. Oh, God.
What's that?
I believe you have almost ran out of time. And such. Seems to be that information was gained or gave towards you, but looks like time for defenses is sort of upon us and whatnot. Can't say much. It's not my jurisdiction to be able to do so. They have to converse and explain it to the others. They know their mission, or at least they've slowly been trying to figure out their mission. What they decide to do with that information is up to them. One's been actively trying, but some don't believe in it, saying they need proof or something. Well, looks like they got their proof. And you just see as he's kind of rambling about.
Mr. Mimir.
Oh, see?
Actually.
You got it right. See, and you see a little smile form on his face. See, there you go. Okay, anyways, what's up? He's just like, brushes everything off, like, she got my name right.
There's these voices inside my head. One of them is new. I'd like to find them. If we go back to the taiga, do we just go to those places where those voices could be?
I think I know what you're getting at. Yeah, that could be the way, but not all of them were in the taiga, sadly.
Yeah. No, and she's gonna look over at the candle Fred. One of them is over there somewhere. Listen, how do we get out of here? If our time's up now, how do we get out? We got a mission. We got stuff to do. You got stuff to do. How do we leave?
Oh, just one moment. Once you're all ready to go, you can just sort of gather around for me. But hold on. That said, you two had did you have a question, any of you? You came up with intent? Aye. Goes roll.
My God, he pronounced it correctly. I love him. Uh, she just kind of gives a little sigh and is like, finally. But no, she's focused. She's on a mission. She points over to the statue that has been shattered and says, "Do you know what happened to that statue?"
Oh boy. I'm so sorry. I do. I know what happens.
Will you tell me what happened? Or rather, will you tell me who is responsible for what happened to it?
I can tell you that the person responsible for, well, Pyre hasn't said anything about what he learned yet. Oh, yeah, he did. Everybody knows the information. So if everybody knows the information and whatnot, then, oh boy, because he was able to live and actually give it out. Okay. I can tell you the information. Are you The person who did that to Pyre is responsible for the shattering of it.
Okay, thank you.
Is that the only question? Cool.
Is that the only question? Woof, now I'm questioning everything.
Um,
Go ahead, Pyre.
Pyre's gonna point back to the statue that he couldn't identify, and ask about what other gods are there that hold the knowledge similar to yourself.
You see, as I said before, I don't really. It's a little hazy. I don't really remember much. I only know Krufix because he's the universal one. But. And there's other gods and whatnot, or other similar ones amongst the sort of, the expanse, and then the valley of jaded dragons and whatnot. But I only know myself and Krufix.
He kind of sits there for a second and goes, "Is the person I showed you that word a god of knowledge as well?"
The person I showed you that word.
I'm looking for the word as we speak.
I know which word you're probably talking about, but who are you
Yeah.
referring to? That you
Oh,
showed?
the elite. Yeah, Mimir. I wrote it down. He's like, "Why?" Well, he freaked out when I showed it to him.
Yeah. Oh, you're asking is the person...
Is that a deity of knowledge? Is what I'm asking.
And did they write that word? Gotcha. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. That's a tricky one, but I'd probably say no to that one. That's a tricky one. No, I don't think so. It's a lot of technicalities with that, but we'll chalk it up to a no.
Gotcha.
Out of character thing, is Mimir aware of my interaction with the statues and the gods?
Considering he's a god and you're in the arena where he actually knows
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
about, he probably knows.
Okay, yeah. Unfortunate.
I mean, you can ask him if he knows or not, but I mean, the choice is yours.
I can't take too many risks.
Do you ask him?
No.
Okay. All right. Groswell, did you have any other questions? You look puzzled for a second. before you get going and everything?
I'm sure I'll think of it as soon as I leave, but for right now, I'm just trying to put the pieces together, trying to figure out what we can do. The big task.
All right. You mentioned it before, so I'll tell you. Make it intelligence check. The DC is high on this one. But this is because you mentioned it earlier.
I'm trying, like out of character. I'm trying to remember what I mentioned earlier.
16 plus what else? Or 17. You mentioned, hey yo, who the fuck was tampering with this over here? You learned who shattered it, but you didn't know who was tampering with it.
Oh, okay. That's what I meant when I was asking. So then I will ask specifically who was tampering with it.
Gotcha. All right.
Sorry, I didn't realize I hadn't phrased that correctly.
Oh boy, and this is what I'm laughing at. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, this person. But I mean, hey, he doesn't fucking think anything of it. Oh, yeah, I remember that. It was, yeah, I believe, Spike was sort of messing with that over there.
The fuck is Spike? Is Spike one of the people who's over, like, in the force fieldy thing?
Yep.
It actually, can I just check and see if I do remember Spike? Because in her head, Spike is just a really tall lady with a cool axe.
Yeah, you literally walked over and said hi to Spike before you went back here. Or came back here.
She's in there, you know.
Great. When you walked through that force field earlier, did anything happen?
I don't know. I just walked in there, talked to the god, and been like, "Oh, you better not hurt these people because I like them." But you can have a conversation with that one if they ever get out of the force field. It's not, whatever things are happening. I don't understand gods. I barely got his name right.
Okay. So out of character, I can't see any of the tokens from the other people. I don't know if they are like actually gone or if I just can't see them, but I would like to walk over to Spike.
Their tokens are actually gone, alright, with enough people pointing around like, oh yes, that one over there. Okay, here, I will grab them so you can see, this is for your guys' sake, so you know exactly where everybody is. This is gonna be roughly where they are, if I remember right. So bear with me. So there's Navro. Amir's kind of like right here. Let's get Amethyst. Amethyst, she is like down here, kind of, roughly, I don't know. Zephyr is like here somewhere, roughly. Myra's kind of like around here, I think. I don't know, I'm just placing them pretty much anywhere at this kind of thing. Ingrid is over here, and Spike, I could be wrong, but I think she was like over here, like kind of beside Navro. Oh man, this individual right here.
I would like to walk over to her.
All right, you walk over to her. I'll just show you her art because I don't think you've ever seen it before. Commissioned by Finn. It's pretty fucking awesome. Go check him out. He's the awesome freaking artist. View character art. Boop. You see this woman right here. Oh boy. And as you look over towards the sort of symbol imbued, like sort of kind of like singed into her arm, as well as this. Oh my god, it's all coming together. Oh no. All right, I'm going to, well, I don't know if I can circle things about her art. I'm going to just screenshot some stuff. I'm going to circle it right here. Oh, here, and then we're going to make this blue so I can differentiate. Oh god. All right. I'm going to drop this in in-game content chat, and then I'm gonna switch screens so chat can see. So bear with me here. Goodness. Okay, let's go on an adventure chat. Boop. And it's an in-game content.
Cool.
Okay, so first things first. You see this thing sort of onto her arm. Now, granted, you're having a little bit of trouble like seeing the visages and whatnot because it constantly like sort of pops in and out and whatnot. But the top part, you know this because you were just over at their statue, and you see the symbol of Nylea on their shoulder area. But then you see the thing in red, and that's the big one. Hey, Groswarl.
Mm-hmm.
Why does she have that? That's of your deities.
Oh. Okay. Okay. And would I actually in character be able to see this as I approached her?
Yeah, 100%. You especially, considering you worship that one.
Cool. Can I communicate?
You can certainly try.
Does it look like I could physically, like, touch her?
I mean, you can certainly try.
Okay, so...
Oh, man.
I tried to make a decently smart character, y'all, but I'm sorry. She may be doing something really stupid. Who knows? So she goes over to Spike, and she's, like, upset because who was messing with that statue? That's not cool. So she goes over to Spike and, like, gets real close and then, like, pushes Spike's shoulder, like, in, like, a moderately aggressive, like, you know, about to start a bar fight kind of a way.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
All right.
And then, yep.
Hey, Groswarl.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, buddy. Hey, pal. Amigo friend.
Uh-huh.
As you begin to do so... Oh, God. Where's the theme song?
Oh, no! Hey.
Oh, no. Here we go.
You're done fucked up.
And we're just gonna play this. Hey, Groswarl. Make the highest save and throw you have. Here we go. It's happening again. Shenanigans ensue. Oh, that's a fail, isn't it?
I would like to, oh shit, I don't remember what the save is, but I have a D6. I have a D6 of inspiration I would like to use.
I don't think that's gonna...
Nope, but I need to try.
17? Nope. That'll fail. Oh, goodness. Alright. I need to do something. Alright, Spike, I'm gonna have to... Oh, my fucking god. Alright, this can be either really good or really bad. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take Spike's character sheet for a moment. We're gonna make a saving throw for her real quick. Oh no, oh dear god, this is why I don't fucking roll for people. That is that. Yep, there's no chance in hell. Okay. Here's what happens. Well, first let me DM them. Hey Spike, hey friend, pal, buddy, friendo. Are you available at the moment? Are you okay for that or no? Let me know. Let me know in chat, cause she's here. She's been watching this entire time. I don't know if she's available. Hell yeah, give me a second.
Oh yeah. Sensei for a moment. I changed my mind and will end up going on a fishing trip before we leave here. So just
okay. Good to know. Good to know. Where is your character? Oh dear lord. Oh man, I'm gonna have to fix the overlay, but that's more than fine. I'm okay with that. Where are you? You don't need camera or anything like that. Just, here's what happens. As you guys walk over, I was hoping and praying Lika didn't do this. When it was basically a minefield. And honestly, I thought she would have did it towards Myra. But here's what happens. Groswell, as you immediately begin to sort of like, kind of, you said you were pushing, kind of like almost starting a bar fight sort of thing, right? Or wrong?
Yeah,
No.
like one of those like psh kind of things.
So it's just sort of, almost sort of checker, like with your shoulders, sort of shoulder bump sort of thing.
Yeah.
As that happens, you guys both see as both of your arms begin to slowly freeze over like ice, and you guys are gone and no longer here at the moment. That's gonna lead into some complications on Friday. Oh, goodness. And here you are. One moment, please. I have this map prepared just in case of the shenanigans. I used it from last
what
session.
just happened? I missed like 5 seconds when I was switching from Discord from Twitch.
Oh, don't worry, Spike. I got you.
Did I just die?
No.
Nothing to worry about.
Nothing. No, we're just gonna move this out of here because you're not here anymore. Wait, what? Mir, get the fuck out of here.
Hey, Graz, have we talked about like what funeral rituals the bear can have potentially?
Can I get Valkyrie contact information?
Yeah, can we like know like how we're supposed to process this?
I'm
Oh,
pretty
God.
sure since it's like Viking stuff, just, put me in a boat, light it on fire. It's
Gotcha.
been great knowing
Right.
all of you.
We got any archers here?
Not to sort of bait anybody or anything real quick. Does anybody want to do anything real quick before we go into this whole can of worms? Anybody over off to the side of Karos, Anth, Pyre, or Lika? Anybody?
Yeah,
at all?
and
Well, I don't have portent, so I can't help them.
So
I
mean, I
Yeah,
says
the
I'm
overlay.
uninjured, but I'm actually really, really injured. I'm
Ah, it's gonna be
basically
annoying.
standing at the edge of this force field.
Is there any way to
That's
get
where
rid
I
of
am
it?
at.
No, there's not.
So-
Not unless I disconnect myself. Okay. I am thinking. SenseiSuplex is in thinking mode. Okay, we'll just resize it for now and call it a day. It's gonna take a little bit, but that's fine. It'll just be what it's gonna be. We're gonna zoom that out. Okay. So no one is doing anything. Lika, you said you were uninjured, but yeah.
Yeah. We did we get a long rest while we were here? Just out of curiosity, just for
No.
mechanics?
Do you remember what health you were at?
I think I was at I was barely alive. I was very badly injured, and I think Pyre was down to 1 HP. You know that Anth was really, really low in HP,
I
and
was actually
at
healed. I think I was at 9.
Yeah, I think Pyre got healed right after.
yeah, I mean, if we are like before leveling up, I'm at 1 health. Then
Yeah.
okay.
So that is that.
I'm at the edge. I'm at the edge of force field, just paying attention to make sure that Graz comes back to it. Actually.
yeah.
Okay.
And when you say do anything, you didn't mean like do anything regarding this very situation right now.
Nah, just in general, like, cause you just saw Graz just sort of walking over there, and then it's like, okay, that's what she's doing. If you were trying to talk to Mimir or get
okay.
anything out of the way real quick.
So now would be the turn.
Yeah, cause this is gonna be a thing, possibly.
Yeah, okay. And would take all the advantage out of this situation when everyone is freaking out, and just goes Mimir and start whispering like, hey, what exactly was it? What exactly was the reason that you wanted to find out if the bird mask, the keeper, was a phoenix in disguise?
Oh, I mean, gave off a godly presence. Haven't seen that god before. I haven't heard of anything of a
alright.
new god sort of coming into the pantheon, so. I mean,
Alright, well, I mean, I had a chat with my old buddy here, and I got a fairly direct line in this matter. But I think I really don't think he's in this. I don't think that is his form. And if you need to question, just take the code away and show the skull with the symbol of Phoenix. Like, I'm fairly certain that it's someone else.
I fucking love that voice. I'm sorry.
Perfect.
Oh my god! All right, breathe. All right. I don't know what the fuck that thing is, but get it away from me, please.
I mean, yeah, I'm meant to show you this symbol on it. It's just that I was in fairly
Wait, no.
direct contact.
No.
Is-
Wait, he doesn't know, cause it's Mimir. Cause fucking 3 years worth of lore just sort of going through my brain for a second. Oh god. Okay.
Oh, no.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. It's all on lock because Mimir was before that shit happened, so it doesn't fucking matter. Boom. Okay. He looks over at the symbol of Phonax and he's like, huh. I thought that god was dead.
Huh. Well, apparently not.
Wait, so you think what? That individual over there is Phonax?
But for your thought,
I don't know who exactly is Phonax. As far as I know, it's there's
Make
no
a deception
real,
check
true
to
face.
the god of knowledge. I'm saying,
no!
just so you understand what you are up against. Just so you understand. Oh, hold on there. Just so you know, I'm not shitting you. He rolled a 3 and he rolled a 43.
Okay.
You know, it's just like, huh? Yeah.
It's in my nature. It's in my nature.
You see, I'm not fucking blind, and he looks over towards this sort of holy symbol Phonax hanging out of your pocket.
I mean, that's what I was trying to show you. That's
Right.
I'm just saying that I had a chat with that certain card, and it was, yeah. And I was just confirming, like, why exactly would you want to know? But you know,
Yeah, no, I don't even. I'll tell you. You just keep giving me little bits of more information on who exactly that individual is. But Phonax, died long ago, long abandoned the Pantheon and such. Huh. Didn't even know.
by the way,
Yes.
I thought he was suspecting that the keeper was,
Yeah. He suspects the keeper is Phonax, because that's what maybe Anth is kind of alluding to maybe a possibility and stuff like that.
Oh, right.
But he doesn't know, like he doesn't 100% know that is or what the fuck they are, you know. He's making assumptions and trying to connect the dots himself.
Right.
yeah, and is trying to make Mimir think that the one that appeared here in the arena now that Ant was like in contact or trying to contact Phoenix wasn't the keeper.
Oh,
But
this is
I think that's
I'll be honest with you. You're gonna want to maybe keep a lot of that information that you find to yourself. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. because we're getting dangerously close to something that no one wants to see again.
All right.
All right. That said, if that is that, if there is nothing else, oh boy. Going once, going
Where's
twice.
Waller?
Go ahead, Karas.
Where is Groz?
Well, you look over
I don't know,
and
like-
you look over and she just immediately rushed over and just straight up G-checked fucking Spike, and then you saw as their arms began to froze where they sort of connected and whatnot, and they're gone. All right, well, if that's the case, Cowabunga, it's time, my friends. Time to activate it. All right. Spike, Cat, are you still here?
Oh yes.
Okay, this is gonna be a lot for you. I'm not gonna lie to you. So, Spike, as you were just waiting, you were just the last thing you remember is you were talking to Mimir, and then it's like, okay, it's time for Navra to do the big thing, and you saw as his form was slowly turning into this crystallized astral self. But then the second thing is you looked over towards Amethyst and saw this strange astral figure with wings, or angelic wings and such, approaching. Before you just feel a sort of bump amongst your shoulder, and it begins to slowly freeze over. And you're like, wait, what's going on? And you begin to appear here in this strange astral area surrounded by nothing but the cosmos. And you look over towards this individual, and you see well, I don't need to really explain or introduce your characters because you kind of already know what each other looks like and stuff, so. But, and you see one another just staring each other down. Groswall with a, actually, I don't know, what does Groswall look like right now?
She's just a big old bear who's real angry.
Oh, goodness. All right. That said, what are you doing?
Spike's first impression is like, oh, hey, yeah, remember this person, friend. Oh, good.
Well, no, you've never
Hey,
seen
what's up?
Groswall, remember?
Right, that's true.
Groswall
She
wasn't
wasn't
there.
with the group. That's true. Okay, so
Yep.
seeing this person aggressively coming towards me, and with all the shit that was happening before, I would immediately match her aggressive stance, and Spike would be like, okay, we're fighting now, I guess.
All right, you
Yeah.
see.
Oh, sorry, go on.
No, you go.
Just the first thing that Groz does is she just says, "Why were you messing with that statue?"
What do you mean? What statue?
There was a statue. It was in pieces. It was by Nyla's?
Nylia.
Nylia. Over by Nylia's, there were 5 statues. One of them was shattered. I looked close, and it seemed like one of them had been messed with, and I asked Mimir, and he pointed to you. So why were you messing with that statue?
Damn, you going out the snitch too, damn.
I will be having words. Well, it was already all messed up when I got there, and I don't know. She's kind of just like doesn't really know what to say because she's still all confused about that whole jam, but she's still holding her hammer.
As they begin to
You have-
speak. Well, actually,
Go
hold on. No, you guys continue. Something.
Out of character, this is the best possible misunderstanding we could have, but in character, how the fuck are we going to resolve this? Jesus Christ.
Out of character, I love this so goddamn much. I'm so happy you did this.
Oh my god.
Okay.
In character, I might kill you.
Yes, same. That's, yes, yeah. we're on the same page.
Perfect.
Okay, so Grosrarol is still angry, but is kind of confused about why this lady doesn't know why she was obviously she was messing around with all the pieces and shit. So she says, so then what do you have? Do you have something against her?
Of course I don't have anything against Nylea. But where the hell are you coming from anyways? I don't even know you. You just and looking around like what? Oh, another one of these bullshit things. The fuck did you do?
Well, I was saying, okay. You know what? Let's just take a step back. I was thrown into this crazy place, no idea what the fuck's happening. All my friends are dying. It's terrible. Then suddenly we're in this huge arena, no idea how we got there. There are all these statues. Everybody's going around talking to all their people. I go over to Nylea to say a prayer, and then there's the 5 statues. One of them's all messed up. I have a connection to the one that got messed up. That's fine. It's good. But then I noticed that it's all messed up. When I asked what it was, Mimir just pointed to you. So if you have a problem, if you have some beef or whatever, then we need to sort this out, because it's not okay that you went over and messed with that
situation. But I'll start yelling over you, and my companion is exploded, dying like a minute ago, and now I'm here, and then we're in as much of a bad mess as you are. I don't understand anything that is happening right now. I don't even know what my own name is, and you come in here screaming at me about stuff I have no idea what is going on about, and I don't fucking know what happened to that statue. I don't know why I'm here or what happened, but I didn't break anything more than it was already broken or fucked up.
Then why were you there? Why were you at that particular one?
Because I was praying. Because I worship Nylea too. What do you know about this statue anyways? Why do you care about it so much? It was just one of the other 5 that were there.
I care because that is the god of where I come from. And there's terrible shit happening all over the land and all over some of the people in it. And I need to figure out how to fix it. That's why I was there, because I'm trying to right all the wrongs that have happened and figure out how to get this all to make sense again.
Well, I guess we want the same thing then. Are you with the other people that we saw earlier in the arena that came from the frozen hellhole as well?
Yes. The taiga. Yes. And you were there, and there was somebody with wings, and you guys all looked pretty hurt, actually. That's probably really bad.
Yeah. We all almost died to 2 big zombie fucks. And then
You just hear in the distance. Deadass, you literally, Spike, you deadass hear that in the distance, like just somewhere in the back of your head.
I'll get you one of these days. And now we were told to ask questions, but then she kind of searches for her words, and I don't know what's gonna happen with that.
So after Grosrarol hears all of this, she totally drops the aggressive posturing and kind of has more of like defeated as like a weary kind of countenance. Like this is all like her stuff wasn't too much for her to take in, and now knowing that there's other people in these other groups that are also dealing with stuff, and she just kind of like drops her shoulders and just looks really tired and says, okay, so I don't know what's happening either, but I think that we might actually be allies then?
I guess so, in a way. As long as you're not trying to kill me or something, I guess that's better than what we've encountered so far.
Yeah.
You're looking,
What is... Mhm.
Spike, you've been kind of just having this strange sort of feeling, kind of, just sort of like, it's just something just trying to come back to you, but just every time you kind of think about it, it kind of just sort of fades off again, and you kind of just lose the thought of it. The more and more you keep talking to this person, it kind of just keeps sort of coming and going.
She'll like kind of rub her hand on her face and fuck, my head's blurry. Like I don't really know what's happening and all that, but whose statue was it that was all messed up?
That was the statue of Vitalia. She watches over the taiga.
Aw, shit. I'm just gonna be looking at chat. Alright.
Did you just fuck? Did you Vitalia?
And what's her relation to Nylea? Is she one of the seasons?
Yes, she's the god of winter, which is why she's up for the taiga and why I know her.
Huh. Well, that, I guess, kind of explains why everything's so fucked up out there.
Yeah, that's why I
Boy.
came on this quest. I need to. That's my
And
home.
right there. As you mention her name. Oh boy. Here we go. Also, crap, I can't look at art. Son, post it so then I can share it at the end of the session and stuff like that. And oh, come on. I can't see it anymore. It's already gone. Fuck. Oh, well.
There it is.
That is amazing.
Gorgeous. I love it.
Oh, man. As you mention that sort of name, you all feel, or both of you feel a sort of chilling and cold wind brush past you. And as it happens, oh goodness, Spike, another piece begins to become clear. Vitalia, that name, that sounds familiar. Why does that sound familiar? Why? And you begin to just have a brief sort of flashback to one of the previous memories that you had before. When you're in that sort of camp and whatnot, and you're looking towards all the individuals, seeing the sort of man with the flaming hair and whatnot, the other sort of smaller individuals, but one in particular, one with sort of white hair and blue sort of tips to the side, or at the ends. You know her name. That was her name. Why are you just remembering this now? And more. But on top of that, the previous memory that you recently had, when slowly seeping or getting closer and closer to the edge of death, you remember hearing an individual calling out. That was her voice, wasn't it? Just you remember hearing her say over and over and over again, "Why did you run? Where are you going?" Begins to become a little bit more clear.
You would love it at this moment if I had face cam on. My brain is blown.
You can turn face cam on, but it just won't change anything, I don't think. It won't change the
I'm in my
overlay, so if
PJs, so
you
no.
want to, yeah. I have my overlay set up now, so I'm immune.
Okay.
I've been holding on to that one for a while.
Yeah, trying to figure out a way to respond to that. So I guess Spike would just have like a look of understanding and then worry come over her face. And she'd say, "What do you know about this Vitalia?"
I know that she Sensei, can I confirm that she's like the Valkyrie, right? Isn't she the one who is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. She's a Valkyrie. She's taught many of the warriors of the taiga the ways of the Valkyrie, including myself. She used to guard and protect our land, and then slowly the darkness came, and I don't know exactly what's happened to her. Sometimes I can sense her and sometimes I can't, but I know that something's happened and I need to figure out what it is. And I think that whatever is affecting the land, I think is also affecting her. So if I can save her or the land, then I can save them both.
This might sound like a weird question, but have we fought together before?
Sensei, have we?
Yes. Yes, you have.
Wonderful!
Oh shit.
I was waiting for you to ask that question. You guys knew each other the entire fucking time.
What?
What?
Alright, let's explain a couple of things so this makes sense. Groswall and Spike. Well, first off, haha, how's it going? You thought this shit was sweet. Make your highest saving throws, please.
What?
Yo, it's worth it. It's fucking worth it.
Yeah.
I'm not loaded into.
Oh, okay, I can make it for you. Don't worry about it. Hey,
I
unless
almost
you
don't
really-
trust you doing my saving throws.
Okay, fine. I don't trust myself either, Spike. So, I mean, hey, that's on you. I mean, if you got it, if you got a dice or whatever, like, you can just roll it. Like, I trust you and all that shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
actually, yes, I'm gonna do that. Then I'm gonna use a special dice.
So I know you're not gonna fucking
Use the
lie.
best dice. The luckiest dice, please.
Ross roll a strength saving throw of 10. Ooh, that's not good.
No, it's not.
Hey, Animus, how's it going? Lots and lots of lore reveals. That sounds like a 20.
No,
Oh, no.
That sounds like a 1.
That sounds like a 1.
Oh God, no. It's a 1.
Oh no!
I can't lie.
Oh,
We were just getting happy.
I have no inspiration for
That is a now
I
1 to 5 and a 10.
I have a D10 or D12 from last session. Wait, D10. I'm gonna use that.
Okay, you got it. Channel the power of the Auroraverse.
Okay,
Oh,
which
man.
We
dex
can't
do I-
give info points.
Nope.
Okay.
Roll was already called
yeah. Okay, I'll use this one.
I just had the
Okay,
biggest
come
spit
on,
ticket.
roll.
I just got you. Said
It's a
Animus.
4.
It's a 4, so 4 plus 4 is 8, so 8 and a 10. Oh boy. Your shield sisters together, now you're dying together. Anywho, that said, okay, here's what happens. Now, both of you are relatively good health, so this isn't really the worst thing that could happen. So don't be too afraid. You guys both take a total of 7 points of astral damage, and because you guys are like us, most of you are, you know, not dead or dying, you guys are fine. So as this happens, you watch as your arms begin to slowly freeze over like an ice, and they begin to course with this sort of astral light once more. As this begins to happen, Groswall, you look towards the mark upon your hand, and as it happens, you begin to sort of recall the ability that you wield, that you haven't used yet. You do know it comes with a price.
Oh.
As you begin to sort of recall and begin to sort of think, you try to figure back out towards the memories that you had before, but some things were kind of bits of hazy and whatnot, but they also weren't really that important too much because they were just sort of average occurrences and whatnot. You have your job, you have your duty to sort of you know, protect the lands and whatnot, but also this new task that has been given to you. But upon it being given to you, one thing, or you begin to recall upon making a deal with that individual to remove a bit of knowledge from your form. That knowledge was this in meeting this individual. You both begin to see a visage play out before you, and it seems to be as Groswarl as you find yourself injured, wounded, from what seems to be just a simple hunt to get food. Monster seeming to have attacked you. However, this strange woman, massive in size, would walk over to you, begin to patch up your wounds. You remember as it begins to become clear to you, her eyes, almost never able to forget it because they were stranger than a normal human's. They were an oculi with purple eyes shining out towards you. And as they did, they were able to patch and tend to your wounds. This is the person that healed you afterwards. Eventually, you would roughly become acquaintances and maybe even friends, sort of wrestling about and sort of fighting one another in battle to prove yourselves and more. But in return, if I remember this correctly, Kat, you can 100% confirm this. That bear was the individual who taught you with the ways of Nylia, and even maybe even convince you to pledge yourself to her eventually. Makes sense that Nylia, underneath Vitalia and all that stuff with the seasons and more, it's all coming together.
You're fucking shitting me.
Nah. Notes must be going crazy right now, says Sean. Oh man.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
So, one thing that you should know, that's the big one. Hey, Groswarl, if you remember Spike, that means Spike was from the past or several years ago. Do you remember that? Because remember, once the sort of attack on the ship happened, you guys were able to figure out through the notes that you found in the tower, and also once you converse with Bjorn and Pyre and everybody, that you guys are several years into the future from what you originally were. So if you know Spike, that means Spike is from Voden from several years in the past. She must have lived here for sure, if you met her in the first place. Well, that's all of that. Well, I'll let you guys formulate what you're going to say next. Meanwhile, on the Arena of the Gods. Oh, boy. So, Amir's just sort of looking you up and down, so it's like, you know, well, that happened. Where the fuck are they right now?
Where did you take them? Where did they go?
I didn't take them anywhere. You see, I'm a little bit busy right now dealing with these chuckle fucks over to the side, and he looks over to the
But
assailant.
that one lady who is my friend, and Grazrera who is my friend, you took both of them. Where are they?
I didn't take any of them. I didn't do fucking anything.
Does she know any of the gods who would do stuff like this?
Honestly, take your pick, any of them, really, if they wanted to.
It's gonna look over to Karanos.
Or actually, wait, hold on. Stop that. Rewind the clock. You're a monk, right?
Ah, I am.
Make a history check for
Dumb
me.
monk. Very dumb monk.
16.
Only listens to stories.
All right. So, well, actually, you don't know that sort of thing, because you don't know where they are at the moment. But, I'm seeing if is there any logical way you can make connections? Yeah, you just don't really know where they are at the moment, but any gods that can take them? Yeah, no, I don't think I don't think you'd know anyways, because you just don't know where they are at the moment. So, you wouldn't know how they got there or how to get there or anything like that. So yeah, never mind. Sorry about that.
That's okay. She just assumes it's Karanos' doing.
This poor guy. This guy just getting the shit stick from Lika. Oh my goodness.
She just figures it's his fault. And he. Oh yeah, she would. She would go right up to that statue.
No.
You totally would.
All right, you guys see as Lika walks into the same area that girl Aurora went to and disappeared. Well, she doesn't. Lika doesn't disappear, but everybody else sees the Lika entering the same area that Groswell just went into, and she disappeared after doing something. What are the rest of you doing? Are you stopping her, or are you just letting her go?
Pyre's gonna kind of like start walking behind her, like trying to see what she's doing, but if you need to, stop her.
All right.
And he's just looking and thinking that, oh, well, these things happen, these things.
I'm gonna use something.
What are you gonna use, Karas?
I'm gonna see if it's a portal or something. I'm gonna use detect portal.
Detect portal. I'll tell you what. I'll give you a little bit of information, because I'm kinda not really. It seems to be that something divine took them and transported into the area. The portal, it seems to be closed, but you can at least sense the lingering presence of transportation across the planes or planes of existence.
Okay.
So I'll give you that at least.
Oh.
Gotcha. Well, while you're doing that, all right. So, Lika, what are you doing over here?
He's going to look at the statue of Karanos and be like,
I'll be right back again.
Gotcha.
"You've got something to do with this. Bring them back, and you bring them back whole." And she's going to channel her key into her paws, both of them, And she's going to see where Navro is and be like, I don't know what his deal is. I don't know what he needs to save, but if it's something that you gods have done, I will just bring them back safely. I will punch you. No cap.
Are you threatening to punch a statue right now? Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Like, if you go
I
to
hurt
punch
you
a
more.
statue, I'm gonna try to stop you from hurting yourself.
All right.
At least someone's looking after it.
Say, out of curiosity,
Uh-huh.
because we're in this space right now.
Extra hard. Oh, wait, no. We'll see. Go ahead.
Okay, would Lika be able to... Oh, that thing isn't there. Use her key. Is an action. It's not here. I chose Way of the Dancing
Fist, yeah.
Fist. And I believe one of the features of that class is I can give inspiration to someone I see.
Yes, you can. That's only
I'm
a
gonna
D4.
look at Navro who... Will that help Navro?
You have no idea.
She's gonna whack his whatever she can of his leg, whatever vestige of his leg with her tail. Give him
Okay,
a
real
D4
quick.
inspiration.
Pyre, if you see Lika getting ready to strike Navro, would you stop her? Because keep in mind, the last thing you saw was Groswarl went in, touched somebody on the other side, and they immediately vanished. And you see Lika's getting ready to straight up sidekick with or Navro in the shin, who's crystalled over. Would you stop her?
So, one question. Would I have a good inkling that if someone were to touch Nava right now, that there's going to be a very bad day happening?
Probably.
I'm going to like stop Lika from touching him and just be like, I don't know if touching this individual is a good idea.
He's getting hurt. Our friends are injured. All these people are just shadows right now. I would like to do something now that I have the power to do something. I have an ability that can provide some sort of inspiration to a creature. Won't do too much. There would be something that they can use. He looks like he needs it. I am here to help people. Are you going to stop me from helping people?
Wow. Pyre would look down. He goes, we don't know their situation. What help we provide could be hurting them without us knowing.
They did help us, though. Remember the bear? And she's going to look over across the shoulder towards Zephyr. He helped us. He helped them. Full bearkin knowledge. You wouldn't know. You're not a bearkin.
Wow. Wow. Okay, fine. Pyre would turn around to Mimir and ask, is there any way we can help this individual?
To be honest, no. I'll just keep it a bean with you. Like,
Lika,
your marks haven't manifested yet, so you can't really do it.
Okay.
can Lika do something really dumb?
Oh no. Oh no.
Pyre's not looking at her. I mean...
Yeah, Lika, what are you trying to do?
To look over at Pyre. Are you really going to stop me from trying to help someone who's in danger right now.
Well, you could make an intelligence check real quick.
I froze. I'm freezing.
Okay,
I'm still frozen.
what'd you get? A 5? Okay.
Ooh.
Maybe the best way to inspire people is by punching them in the face. Huh. maybe it is. But also at the same time, dang, that's gonna fucking hurt. But hey, do I really gotta do it that way? Yeah, I gotta do it that way, right? Maybe.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Should I?
Mm.
I don't know.
Temptation to do so is very, very high right now. Just out of character, as a bonus action, you may expend a key point to choose one creature other than yourself within 60 feet of you who can hear you. That creature gains 1 bardic inspiration die equal to your martial arts die. So she's basing her understanding on the idea that Navro can hear her. Even though he's frozen solid, that somehow he can hear her.
What I'm kind of getting at is, I think you misread the mechanic. You don't actually have to punch somebody to inspire them. In fact, typically it would be the opposite. Because
Who cares right now? She's like, I am ready to punch something. Because
typically as a dancing fist monk, you say stuff or you do a sort of, or your fight is a performance or a dance or anything, or you say stuff to inspire them. You don't go around punching them to inspire them. Now, I mean, hey, it fucking works, I guess, all the same. If you're just channeling ki to bolster their ki and more, but I mean, fuck.
Yeah. She needs she doesn't know her power, so she's like, I'm gonna do what I've been taught to do, which is to use my body as a weapon.
Oh my
If the
god.
weapon is like a way, she's gonna use her tail to whack him with some inspiration.
Really going hand in hand with that 5 intelligence roll.
Can Pyre see if any damage happens to Navro, if it's gonna kill him?
Oh, but well, see, here's the thing. I want you to know, Navro looks like as if he is free, or he is like a crystal prison, like you guys awoken from in the robot chicken's nest. And he's not looking too good. In fact, he's never been looking too good, so, you know.
So if I were to give him inspiration while whacking that crystal prison with my tail, would that break the prison?
You don't know.
May I try? Unless people are stopping me, can give a very, very determined bearkin an answer as to why she shouldn't do something. He's gonna do it. So
I'm gonna honestly, Pyre's probably gonna stop you from trying to break the prison, and his whole premise is if he's encased in this crystal prison, we don't know if it will shatter him as well.
by trying to whack it with my tail, I could hurt him as well.
Potentially, and you kind of see Pyre be like, I don't know what's going on here, but if we mess with this, I can't ensure your safety either.
Cowabunga.
Why?
Not the C word.
Oh my god. Alright. Alika, do you hit the statue?
I will lightly brush it with my tail.
It's all the same. Alright. Here we go. I'm just gonna put this on. Alright.
Yeah.
Alright. Here we go.
Let the game show begin.
I love crossover episodes. Hey, Lika. Navro's already dead at the moment, so... Oh my god. I have arrived. This says showcase. Hey, Lika, I want you to understand at this point, what's your health at right now? Because you said it was very, very low at the moment, right?
Would probably die with this action for real.
Oh my god. Alright, so are you at like 4 HP or at the moment? This isn't the damage she's about to take. This is the damage that she already has taken.
I think I'm down. I think I was at like. It's like. I got healed, and then I think it was at like 4 or 5 HP actually.
Alright, we're gonna give you the best chance. We're gonna put you at 5 HP. Oh wait, no, it doesn't matter. Okay. Well, hey, Lika, I want you to know before you're doing this, because you are fully in control and aware of this. If you do this, you have a very, 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 very high chance of suffering cosmic death off of doing this. Now, cosmic death, as I always have to explain, means that you will die and you will be erased from existence, as well as every single character you have ever played in Project Aurora will be erased from existence. You have a choice on whether you want to do this or not, but it's always up to you. You have a chance to survive, but it's not a good one. That said, do you still want to go through in Lika? Choice is yours.
Yeah, of course, Cowabunga. Why not?
All right.
Oh my
Well, I want it to be
Why
known
not?
whatever happens next, that is on you. Okay, Lika, I need you to make the highest saving throw you have, or you're. Oh god, yeah. No matter what, you'll suffer cosmic death because the amount of damage is enough to kill you instantly. All right, dexterity saving throw for me and make it the best one you've got. Jesus Christ.
I've
Oh.
got nothing to help, unfortunately.
It's okay. Everything works out for what it's supposed to.
But I don't want the little red panda to die.
Oh god.
He's not gonna
25.
die.
Oh, thank.
He's just not.
25. Are you adding anything to that roll?
Let me just check back my notes because I forgot if I have any dice to give myself. So remember, I received dice, but I don't have everything written down.
Oh my god.
I believe I still had a DM inspo, but that was lost during the big fight.
Doesn't matter if you give inspiration now, it doesn't count towards it. But it will be gifted afterwards. You can't give inspiration during the roll.
No, this was beforehand.
No,
because
I'm
I have
asking.
here-
I'm telling chat.
Yeah, and
no,
isn't
no.
DM's inspiration just a
Um,
reroll?
DM's inspiration is just a
have-
reroll.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing that because that was a 19. No, I have nothing.
All right,
Nothing-
so
nothing at all.
25 it is. Okay, Lika. Here's, oh, God. Well, all right, I'll write that down for this session then. I'll write that down and we'll handle it next session. Okay, Lika, here is what happens. As you begin to, or brush your tail amongst that of Navro, you see as immediately. Oh, goodness. Hold on, let me actually think about this real quick. Okay. You see as you just barely brush your tail against that of Navro. You see as it is caught and stopped for a brief moment. And as that happens, you look up and see an individual wielding 4 arms. And with 3 of them, you see as he has 3 spears in the hand, hooded as well. Horns sort of protruding out of the hood and more. And he just stops you dead in your tracks from continuing further. And sort of almost pushes you back, but not like aggressively or anything, but just to get you away from this entire situation. as you sort of see this coming, with a 25 in your dexterity saving throw, you're barely able to almost sort of stop and react quick enough before it makes contact with him. However, you look towards Navarro's form, and you see as this sort of spiritual energy begins to sort of writhe amongst them, and it seems to be that they have been inspired from your resolve. So you have done your job, but you didn't touch the crystal. You don't get a look at the individual before you, before eventually the visage begins to fade. Karos, question. Were you looking at this entire thing play out?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so. As this begins to happen, you watch as all of these several sort of echoes begin to form behind you once more. And as it does, you see as that individual with the multiple bones protruding out of their back begins to walk forward and look towards that individual with 4 arms. And you sense a familiar vibe of sort of recognition before eventually the sort of echoes begin to form amongst you once more. Oh, God. And as that happens, Lika, you are so fucking lucky that he is coming to this. Jesus Christ. If he wouldn't have responded literally yesterday, you would have been fucked. Okay. That said, you don't suffer any astral damage. You don't suffer any cosmic death. And you are perfectly fine. For now. You believe your job has been done? Cowabunga has ensued? And there has been no death on the table yet. But you are
I don't like how
forced.
you're saying this.
You are pushed backwards. And at that point, we return to the other chuckle fucks in the other dimension. Oh boy. How's it going, Sammy and Kat? Come. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah. You know, the usual. What are you two doing over here as you've had a little bit of time to talk or think for what you're going to say next?
I have a quick question first.
Yes.
At the end of last session or the beginning of this session, did Pyre share the knowledge of
Yeah.
the steps of?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's assumed that everybody knows it. Because he was
Gotcha.
able
Okay,
to,
cool.
he's still here, he is still lived, he didn't suffer cosmic death, so and because he's still here and available, then that means everybody in the group is able to know.
Okay, cool. Just obviously that would change things if I didn't know that. So, okay, cool.
Just to be clear, as things were unfolding, all the memories from the bear and all that washed over me, or it's just Graz that remembered everything?
It's Graz that remembered everything.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, it's Graz that remembered everything. She hasn't told you about, like, yes, I do remember you. You're basically just waiting for a response.
Gotcha. Okay. Thanks.
Okay, so then question. So if I remember her, did you say that you didn't know, did she say that she didn't know her name?
No.
Oh, okay. Or no. I mean, like earlier.
Yeah, she said she doesn't know her name.
Okay. Knowing the memories, do I know Spike's real name?
Oh my god. Here we McFucking go. Alright.
Oh my god.
Goodness gracious. Let's see. Yeah, you probably would. Because you don't. There's no reason you wouldn't. At that point.
Sorry, hold on. My Discord just updated itself and I missed the last like 15 seconds.
I didn't say anything yet, but I mean, yeah,
Okay.
Realistically, you probably would. Oh boy, here we go. I'm looking at the things. Do I have it written down yet? Oh boy. I don't think I do just yet.
Oh, she's gone again.
That's why you don't have automatic updates, huh?
No, and that was it. Where was the thing that I had for her? Oh boy. I'll have to get back to you on that one, because I do not have it available at this moment. So, and I want to make sure I get it right, because I don't want to tell you. I don't want to tell you something that's like, oh yeah, haha, just kidding. You know, I don't want to do that to you. I want to make sure I actually get it right. So, yes, you can, but hold off for a bit until I get that to you.
Okay.
All right. So, do you answer her question of have we ever fought before, or what? I forgot exactly what you said, Spike.
Have we fought together? That's all I asked.
Yes. Actually, you were with me on the taiga?
I was?
Yes. Yes, we met before.
I'm from the taiga?
That's I remember you were there. I remember I was hurt and you helped tend to my wounds, and then
Wait, what happened?
and then
Oh, Sammy, your cam turned off, by the way.
fuck. Yeah, my whole computer is freaking out.
I
I
gotcha,
am
no
so
worries. Nah, you're good, you're good.
And
Knowledge being too powerful was
Knowledge too powerful.
And as she's saying these things, like, does that trigger the memory, or my brain is still blank?
Now it triggers the memory, and now you gain that information once more.
Gotcha.
As it returns back to you.
I know you. I remember. Yeah. You were hurt, and I took care of you, and then Nylea came, and oh gosh, I remember. Are you okay? How have you been?
I mean, besides all of this stuff, I'm good. What happened to you? How did you when I don't remember when you left. I don't remember what happened. Some stuff happened with us where we were I think it's been a very long time since I've seen you, but I don't remember. To me it was like it was just a little bit ago.
Yeah, well, memory seems to be weird in these places. This is the first time that I actually remember something apart from. And she's just gonna go kind of quiet for a second and shake herself off. But this is great. At least I know something now. Wow. Well, I'm glad to see that you're okay. Oh.
This is okay. So okay, wait. So we know each other. We both know Nylea. What? Maybe are we? Do you think she sent us both on a quest? She sent us on different quests, but with the same purpose to help save the land, to help save this.
I think that would make sense. I don't know how I got here or back in the taiga or whatever. I just woke up and everything was a blank slate. But I think that makes sense because I know that I want to fight this, and if it's true that I was sent here with a purpose, then I have a purpose, and that's a good thing. I'm where I'm supposed to be. And you'll see just like a look of relief, and like, even though she's still really confused and everything is new and weird, like her shoulders kind of relax a little bit and she straightens up, and she knows, well, she thinks anyways, that she's in the right place now. That gives her a lot of comfort.
So as Gross see her say this and kind of like get that hopeful expression, Grosvarl kind of smiles at her and nods like, yes, like we both understand now, we both share this purpose, we share this journey. But then after a minute, her smile kind of fades away a little bit, and she tells Spike,
Oh, shit. He's got to look at this as well.
sorry, say again?
I am diving through all of my notes to make sure I have this 100% correct. I have the first part, and I need the second part. Oh, boy.
Do you want me to pause
No,
or
no,
just
no,
keep
no.
going
You guys
while you
keep
look?
going. You guys are good. And
Okay.
also, whenever you can, make sure to turn your camera on, because all the thingies and whatnot are messed up. It's fine if you can't, but I'll look into changing it later.
Yeah. Okay, I will. I think that I might need to restart my computer in order to do that. So if there's a little break after this one, then I'll do it then.
Gotcha.
Okay, cool.
I'm close now.
Okay, so her smile kind of fades a little bit, and she gets a more serious countenance, but she still feels assured. She feels confident now, and says, One of my group found some information about our quest, and I don't understand it, and I don't pretend to understand it, but I know that it's possible to defeat the darkness that is pervasive and taking over all of this. I know that we can defeat it, and all that you need to know is that you need to know two things. One, it is possible. We can defeat it. Two, in order to do it, we need to... Out of character, real quick, Sensei, for Nylia's general god stuff, I'm sorry that I can't remember. My screen is totally blank, so I can't pull it up. What's like the... is she like neutral, good, lawful, whatever? Like what's her general outlook?
So gods in general, they don't have alignments. There aren't any good gods or evil gods. So it's really, they're kind of everything. There's no specifics for them, to be honest. That goes for everything. They have, it's more of like each god has a couple of like, they have a couple of vices and virtues where, and here, this is a little bit of a lore thing for everybody. Hey, the blood god in Mogus, that typically is an awful dude because, you know, he's the god of slaughter and he kills and murders everything. But also at the same time, sometimes the slaughtering of disease is a pretty good thing, making sure that it is expunged from, well, pretty much everything, right? It is some good things, some bad things into various person or god to god. Some have more than others.
Cool. Okay. How would she phrase this?
Where the fuck is it?
Okay. First thing, it can be defeated. Second thing, the darkness is unnatural. It is not. The darkness is what needs to be destroyed. Anything that. Fuck. Yeah, that's it. The darkness needs to be destroyed. Any darkness you find, anything you see, that's what we are fighting. That is how we can fix everything.
All right. So, anytime that we find any of the darkness, destroy it. Do you know if there's... Do you know if it's vulnerable to anything specifically, or just hit it until it stops moving?
Keep in mind, Sammy, you can tell her any of the 5 steps if you really want to.
But is that going to have terrible consequences?
Depends on what you say.
Yeah.
All through this, Spike is looking up at you, like, taking mental notes and, like...
I do not know why.
With a look of, like, tell me what to do. I'll do whatever you tell me.
Fuck, it's not here, damn it! Oh my gosh, I am looking so far and wide for this stupid document, and I cannot find it for the life of me. Holy shit, I'm actually losing my mind. Ah! I just need to know what the fuck was Nylia's tribe. Ah! That's it. That's literally it. I'm sorry, continue. Ignore my mad rambling, please.
Okay. I don't. Out of character, we asked the big question: how do we ultimately defeat this? Do we have? And I'm sorry for asking this ridiculous question. My brain is fried right now.
You're good.
Too much craziness. Do we know a way to actually fight, like a tangible way to, like, physically or mentally or astrally or whatever it is, fight the corruption?
I mean, besides hitting it till it dies, I mean, that's one way to do it. But, you don't really know the nature of it or what it is, so. But
Okay, that's...
another group might know tactics on how to fight it. Smile, looks at camera. But, other than that, I mean, yeah, you've only had brief interactions with it. It seems to die when you hit it enough, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Think.
Groswarol says, my encounters with the darkness, I haven't found a best way. All that I've been able to do is just fight back with everything that I have. But I do know that in order to ultimately right all of the wrongs, basically my understanding is that there are things and places beyond what you and I know. There is more than what we have seen in our lands and in that arena and in fucking space where we are now, apparently. There's more, and it's all connected. And we have to find a way to keep the light and the goodness strong and come together and get basically everyone united. People we do know, people we don't know. We need to unite everyone, and together, that's how we can defeat it.
That's sounds like a good plan.
Yeah.
I don't know where you guys are outside of here, and she'll just gesture around. But we are heading towards a mountain. Some in my party think that it's really important, and I trust them. So we're heading over there. Maybe do you guys want to try to meet us there?
Which land is it in? If it's not, we came from the taiga. I've never been anywhere else, but if it's important to you, then I can try once we get back. Try to meet up,
I think I'm in the taiga as well. There's stuff that we need to do as well, but that's...
Hey, Spike, are you asking, like, do you need, like, general surroundings of what the mountain kind of looks around and looks like to kind of describe it to her? Is that what you're trying to do?
That would be very helpful, please.
Okay. Spike would probably tell you, the fact that it is, a massive mountain in size, probably the biggest one out of the entire range she's seen, as well as she's also seen a giant tree, far, far, far off in the distance. You know generally what the kind of tree is, kinda not really. You not really ever, actually no. No, you really don't. You just know it's a giant tree, Groswarol. But
okay.
You do know the mountain. It could be one of two things. Well, actually, no, it's pretty just only one if it's a giant mountain. She could be referring to pretty much the highest point in Voden is what it's basically referred to as. The tallest point you could possibly go.
Okay.
That said, you kind of know you kind of know generally not how to get there, but just like, you know where it is, you know?
Yeah. If it's the biggest one, then I feel like there's general knowledge of that. So yeah. Okay.
I know it's
granted, it's
vague,
not too
but-
far from where you guys were at. It's not too far.
Yeah, that's actually all sorts of crazy things have happened. I'm not really sure. I know that I was away from my group. I don't know where I was. Things have changed. Things are shifting. I don't know what tomorrow is going to bring, but when we were in the taiga, we weren't too far from there. So once we're done with the gods and Mimir and all of that, I guess when we're back in the taiga, I'll get all of my group to go to the mountain. We're stronger together, and if we can all fight together, then maybe we can win this.
I agree. There is force in numbers, and I know it's vague, but at least if we're kind of in the same area, we have more chances of finding each other.
Mm-hmm.
Did I find it?
But if we don't, then now you know how to fight this.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm happy I fucking found this shit. It took me so long. I had to go into the actual deep notes. Jesus Christ.
Holy shit.
I had
That's
to
a real
go
binding,
to-
my friend.
Well, no, it's a laptop.
Oh, gotcha.
Well, I had to go to and find, okay, session 0 notes of Rime of the fucking Frostmaiden. Notes that I wrote on an airplane over to California when I was going to hang out with my friends and all that stuff. And I was like, what the fuck is it? But, okay. There we go. I have it now. Jesus Christ.
My pen is ready for the lore.
You continue with all that stuff until you're ready to go. Like if you were saying stuff, you can continue having your conversation, all that stuff.
Grosvarl just finishes that thought and says, like, even if we're separated again, if we meet up, it doesn't matter. You know the key to defeating this, and now you can tell everyone who needs to know. We all need to work together. We need to get everyone together to defeat this. And now you know, regardless of what happens, now you know how to fix it. And that's it. From me.
Yeah, it's a big task, but I find comfort in knowing where we're going, and at least, like, I don't know much about myself, but at least if I know I'm in the right place, where I'm supposed to be, well, it's all worth it, I guess.
Grosvarl nods and waits for Sensei to figure out what information he's going to share.
Oh, I was just waiting for you guys to. Did she ask for her name or something, or were you telling her?
Well, I was thinking that at this point, if Grosvarl remembers her name, then she will, like, thank her with the name.
Oh boy! Now I will
Not. Sorry, go on.
I will preface this, everybody. I'm not the best at picking names, so deal with it.
Oh God.
Yeah, I'm not the best at picking names at all. So if you don't like it, you ain't got to use it and all that stuff. And you can say, "Hey, Sensei, I don't really like this name. I'm gonna go with Spike," and I won't be hurt with it at all. So don't feel bad. But I will. I wrote it down and I never 100% finalized it, so we're gonna go with this one. So it is Well, looking, oh, here. Oh, I can just type it from your character's thing. Boom. Sick. Boom.
Could you also put it in Discord?
Oh, don't
I'm
worry.
so sorry.
It's sending. All right. Well, here it is. It was this one. This is the thing that I wrote down. All right. You are part of the Bone Feather tribe of Nylia. This was the other many, or one of the many other human tribes similar to the Iron Bellows, the Storm, or the Valakai clan, as well as the Storm Talons, and more. There are the many Velkin tribes, one of the 5 major ones. And you, Groswell, you just know this in general because this is all coming back to you. But she was essentially, or that clan was a clan of monster hunters specifically. Now, one thing that noted, or that's kind of different about her appearance that I never got added, because I would let you figure it out eventually. But typically they wear bones and, or pretty much skins and carcasses of the creatures they killed as trophies, or wearable trophies pretty much. It's pretty fucking badass, I'm not gonna lie to you. And I can't tell you what their goals were, but I can only tell you that sort of thing. But yeah, that was basically what they kind of did, or general information that you know passing by.
Cool.
Sick.
I love it. Fucking love it.
I,
It's so cool.
I fucking did this. I'm so happy I found that shit. All right, I can rest easy now. It took me only 30 minutes. Jesus Christ.
I have a name now.
Well, as you think, or as you, well, were you gonna think her or whatnot? I don't know.
Well, I was sorry. Can you like? Did you say like the
Oh.
actual name or just like the name of the tribe?
Oh, I said it in chat. I said it as your character and whatnot. It is...
Oh, okay. My computer's still freaking out, so I can't pull up that window.
It is Rayla of the Bone Feather tribe. Simple as that.
That's a good fucking name. So
And
yeah.
if you wanted to, I made sure to pick it just in case. You could either call her as Rayla. I don't think Spike cares. You can correct me if I'm wrong. She could either go as Rayla or Ray. I don't think she fucking really cares if I'm completely honest, right? Or no?
For now, well, since the name is so extremely new to her,
Yeah.
she doesn't really have a preference. She might figure out a preference later on, so call her whatever.
Yeah, I figured as much, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, Chris Rarl will use her full name and she'll say, I know we can do this. I know you can do this. Thank you, Rayla of the Bone Feather tribe.
Spike faints.
Rayla. Well, I guess she's not gonna go ahead and shake your hand, but she'll just say with kind of a pondering face, Rayla. Yeah. That is my name.
And then at this point, you just begin to hear and feel a sort of almost terrible cold begins to wash over you. As you just hear a sort of almost wailing moan, a cry, a plea. And you just hear... And as that sort of happens, you look over and
Didn't
see...
hear any of that.
Yeah, I didn't get any of that either.
Son of a bitch!
Sorry.
I hate it here. It said join.
To join?
Yeah. But basically, as that happens, you look over and you see almost a figure with a strange, almost owl-like face, coursing with an astral light amongst their horns, with their hand extended outwards towards you both. Oh man. And as you guys do, I can send you. Hold on, I'm gonna see if I have it. Oh, nope, it does not. Oh well, unfortunate. But as that sort of happens, eventually you two are both separated from one another. That being said, return back to the likes of, oh goodness, back to the arena of the gods. Thank you so much, Kat, for joining us. I appreciate you so much. If you want to hang out in the Discord and just mute yourself so it doesn't fuck up the overlay, that's also more than fine. Choice is yours. If you want to go get the chat experience, I can just Control Z the overlay and fix it that way. But choice is yours. But thank you again for playing for a little bit.
Thank you,
Thanks
Kat. You're
for
the
having
best.
me. No, you're the best. I'll just mute myself and have fun, guys.
Okie dokie. Boom. And eventually you guys see as Groswarl just gets shunted about 15 feet backwards, immediately just sort of almost careening off to the side. You see as her form is definitely different in the sense of this sort of frost building up this frost up amongst her arm and shoulder, but she's alive. So that's all you can ask for at this point. What, you're like a bunch of fucking children? Just always sort of touching the red button, aren't you? I don't even know.
I am only 3 years old, you know.
You're not 3
Barely
years
enough.
old. You don't live that long. You live... I'm not even gonna fucking try. He's just like at this point, Amir's just a fucking tired old man right now. He's had enough of this shit.
Lika's gonna come out and go, Mr. Pyre, I'm appeased.
He's just gonna
Okay,
follow you
Grasshopper?
quietly.
I suppose it would be a good time now for us to maybe try and leave this place, don't you think?
Yeah. Good.
All right. If you're trying to leave, then just gather around me, and I'll send you back from where you came. Dear Lord. By Odin, I swear if gods could age, I'd probably gain a couple of 1,000 years on me. All right. Karos, are you coming?
Yes, I'm ready.
Yes. Graz walks over, and I'm assuming he's going to do a whole bunch of stuff, but at some point before like they actually go back, she will just look him in the eye and say, "Thank you, Mimir," and pronounce his name perfectly.
Aye. Thank you again. Hope you enjoyed your time in the arena. Make sure to leave a 5-star review and everything. And at that point...
Nah.
What?
What
What do you mean?
Don't worry about it. And immediately just a flash of a light begins to form. Oh gosh, over each and every single one of you. And as that happens... Oh goodness. Alright, well, where are my notes? Actually, wait, nope, that's the ascent. Around the Frostmaiden, because I was looking at Cat's stuff. Here we go. As this sort of light begins to shine out towards each and every single one of you, you all begin to slowly be lifted from your forms before you see a bright white light, similar to what you saw when you arrived here. At this point, immediately emerging back around this sort of stones, the familiar freezing of the cold reminds you where you are. is changing the map soon. The smell of death, of, well, the divine, takes you as you're reminded bits of the smells of the Death Harbinger and what you sort of, or where you sort of came from and what you've done here. And you look around and you hear a sort of ringing sound before you look back to the orb itself. And you see as it is deactivated and inert for the time being. You guys all appear here. And at this point, looking around, it seems to be the snow has, the snow at this point, I'm changing it on the map, but it has stopped for the time being, for once. However, you look around and one thing did ring true. What Oyama Nartok said. Those who enter this realm, they definitely don't come back the same. So, it's a point of notice because I need to know what you guys plan to do. Right now, from the locations that you have marked down thanks to Pyre, you know how to get to the frozen beach, the forest, and Oyama Nartok and Aegon's home. Out of those 3 places, where would you like to go? Unless there's some other place you would like to explore. Choice is yours.
We have to go to a mountain anyway. Cut you off. I cut fish off. Sorry.
That's okay. Wasn't the original plan to go get stronger to then go save Thorin originally?
Yeah.
Oh, it
But-
was to get stronger, save the tribe, and then save Thorin.
That one. Yeah. I knew it was some combination.
Right.
So I
But
think-
yeah, okay. The first thing I was thinking, like, just go back to the Oya's place, the igloo and all that. If they are still there, to firstly find out how much time has passed. If they have any idea of that, like how much time has passed, as we were told multiple times that time doesn't move exactly the same, like in the arena and outside. So we don't even know if the tribe is even in trouble anymore, or if they are in worse trouble now.
Truth to that.
Yeah.
So I guess that's our plan, to go see Oya next.
Kind of get our bearings back on this plane.
Bearings.
And get
Oh man.
and get some rest.
If they're still there, though, what will happen is Lika will look at all of you. And if we go back to Oya's, she'll stay with that tribe for a while.
Alright. That's fair.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, where are you heading then?
To Oya's place.
Let's go! Alright. So, as the party begins to gather themselves, near death and all, begin to slowly let Groswar, I assume, take the lead and lead them to Oyama Nartok and Aegon's igloo. As you guys begin to continue off, you find yourselves going through the similar forest that you ran into before. And eventually, you all, returning to the igloo, look over and you see as there are 4 figures sitting over a frozen lake. Not 2 in Aegon and Oyama Nartok, but 4. And they seem to be fishing for a bit of food. However, they look at you and one of them immediately stands and begins to just sort of conjure a spell, getting ready to cast something towards you before they hesitate and then drop the spell, recognizing who you are. You see as another one begins to sort of emerge, and you look over and find the Oyamanartok's form becoming clear, and her brother Aegon casting a spell and then dissipating it before you. But then you look over behind them, and you see two individuals sort of sitting beside one another, pondering. One smaller, sort of clad in this strange sort of suit, and another seemed to be made out of winter and the cold itself, and then shifting once more. However, we are at time, so that is where we will have to call it for Rime of the Frostmaiden, Session 10. Oh, man.
Thanks, Sensei. You're awesome.
Oh,
Like,
goodness gracious. My heart can't take this anymore. Please stop
And now we shall
killing
return.
yourselves. Please.
Now we shall return to normal shenanigans instead of divine.
Yes, normal.
You know,
Divine
you know that it
shenanigans,
will never
let's be
stop.
honest.
Well,
No.
yeah, but we can hope.
I'm gonna grow gray hairs, bro. Please.
We'll never
If it-
stop.
If it makes you feel any better, we'll all get gray hairs too. You're not the only one. You're just the one in charge.
Oh god, I love this shit. I love my job. I love all the groups of fucking Project Aurora and Soulbounds and Rhymes and all that. But real quick, oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, so I will be back. I'm going to go break down the stream and go see if I can raid somebody. And yeah, don't go anywhere. Fish, if you gotta go, because I know you gotta go to your game. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh yeah, actually here, let me, I mean, and did you want me to show off any of the art?
Later.
See you, Fish.
Bye, Fish. You can show Lika's art. That's fine.
Sure thing. Can you send it to me, like DM it to me, and I'll show it off for chat.
Sure.
Thank you. All right, I'll be right back. All right, thank you everybody for watching and tuning in. Now I'm able to talk to you. So my name is SenseiSuplex. I'm a professional dungeon master, and I run a giant, or basically I give out tips on how to make your games as pretty much as enjoyable and memorable as possible over on YouTube's, Twitter's, Instagrams, and all of that sort of stuff. So hey, be sure to follow me on all the socials and even the YouTube channels and stuff like that. So hey, maybe increase your games to the next level. But also, as you guys can see, I run a giant persistent universe where several campaigns all take place in the same universe and can affect each other in big or small ways. That is known as Project Aurora. Anybody can leave their mark on the universe, whether you're a person in chat by giving inspiration points or getting involved with the world building of the universe as we're all making something grand together, or whether you're an actual player, a dungeon master, or a community member, a part of the faction wars, or anything crazy. It is a massive sort of project, and we're always looking for more people. So hey, if you want it, or if any of this sounds interesting to you, be sure to join it. Join the Discord. We'd love to have you. We're gonna go send it, or we're gonna go grab a. I don't think she hasn't sent me anything yet, so I will get the or N hasn't sent me anything about the image. So I'm going to get ready to start finding somebody to raid. We're gonna raid critical misses because we don't get to raid them enough. So yeah, we're gonna raid them. Here we go. Can't find it. Ah, okay, I gotcha. So yeah, we're gonna raid critical misses then. Give me 2 seconds. It's an RTF chat under journals. Oh, here you go. This was for the fuck. I'll see if how I can kind of do this. This is Lika's full art. I'll try to go to live scene. Oh gosh. Into the valley we go. 1 second, please. I'm going to try to figure this out. Copy link. Boom and boom. This is Lika's full art. Drawn by N. She's actually been drawing a lot of stuff for Project Aurora recently. It's freaking sick. I love it. I love it. And then here is the profile picture art and all that stuff of their token. Dope. Look at the little adorable little red panda. She is a red panda monk of Way of the Dancing Fist, which is a homebrew subclass, and all that. Okay, we're gonna now go see if we can do this. So, manage channel, raid channel. Critical misses. Start raid. There we go. All right, everybody, gather forth into the raid. I need each and every single one of you to head over to their channels, make sure to leave a follow on their stream, and tell them that they are freaking awesome. Thank you guys for watching so far, and I will see you guys tomorrow at Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern time for Secrets in the Sands. That said, bye guys, have a good one. Raid. Something went wrong. Try running that quick action again later. Wait, what? What? Hello? I'm gonna go to stream ending, but why did that not work? What the fuck? I'll try it again over here. Raid. There we go.